A father and son, a bond so strong, talking hockey all day long. Royally Quacked, their podcast show, sharing stories, highs and lows. From the Kings to the Ducks they go, shouting go Kings go, Quack Quack they cheer. A father and son, their passion sincere on the ice. Their love appears through the highs and lows in the years.
Welcome, hockey fans, to another special episode of Royally Quacked. We are so blessed today. We're going to be doing the Anaheim Duck player grades, and we have a special cast here. Cody, would you like to do the introductions?
Yes. I'm gonna save certain someone for last just because I don't want to talk to him as much. Adam. Anyways, we got Mike Walters from Ducks and Pucks. And then we got Chris from Late Arrivals. And of course, you guys all know my dad, my worst half of Royally Quacked. And of course, we have Captain Chaos, Adam Broehl from Patriots Hockey. So I thought it'd be great to have at least one person from a Ducks podcast from the Hockey Podcast Network. I thought that'd be a great add to this podcast. That we all Chris, I know you and I, we've been on a podcast together once before.
Yes.
And mutual ones with like Locked On Ducks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you yet, but I did meet your other half, Eddie, at the Ducks game when they got demolished against the Knights that game, sadly. So, but we're going to get started. We're going to go in alphabetical order. So we're going to start off with the man that wasn't here for too long, John Carlson. So, Mike, I'll let you start us off.
Carlson's an interesting one, right? At least John Carlson, right? Before we get to Leo. I kind of have mixed feelings about him. I mean, he played 16 games in the regular season with the Ducks, and then he played in all the playoff games. Of course, he came over injured. They made the trade and whatnot. I mean, he had almost a point a game in those 16 games with the Ducks. And then some people debate, did he help the Ducks get to the playoffs or not? That's kind of something that you can try and decide for yourself. For me, I don't know. I felt like he did help the team, but he was a liability at times, especially in the playoffs. So I kind of give him, I know your grades are A, B, C, D, A, or F or whatever, but I kind of give him a B minus, C plus is kind of where I am with Carlson. I felt he helped the team, but he also hurt the team at times.
Okay. Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with that. He was a good ad, I thought. It was nice to have him for the veteran presence on the blue line. I thought he I felt like he gelled pretty well with the guys with his, in the short time he was here. Kind of give him around the C, I feel like when I went through these, I gave a lot of people a C. It was hard to really differentiate some of them. But yeah, I would agree with him. I would agree with the C, the B minus kind of area. Just he was okay, we talked about it on the Late Arrivals where if we had to keep one of the veteran defensemen, I was kind of hoping it would be him, but we kind of knew early on that he wanted to go back east, so it's a little easier to deal with him parting ways. But yeah, I'll go with C. He was fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of in there in that same ballpark with the C, kind of C plus area. I mean, he brought the veteran presence on the blue line that we needed and kind of helped the younger guys come along a little bit better. In the playoffs, he did have his moments of being a little bit of a liability, but he was definitely he was our best veteran on the blue line. So, I mean, as for exceeding expectations, I don't think so. That's why I give him about a C, maybe a C plus.
Yeah, there was just too many times where I feel like the Ducks had good pressure in the ozone, and then he would just do this like weird little like 3-foot pass, and then it would turn it over. I noticed it happened to him quite a bit, and I agree with you guys. I would give him like a B minus, C plus.
Yeah, there was times. I was gonna say there was times that like even like for his veteran presence, like you just kind of try to figure out what happened to his stick handling because there was times there that it should have been a nice, clean, crisp pass, and all of a sudden he just flubs it like a beer leaguer 3 feet away from him.
Yeah. I like the trade. I just don't think it was the right trade. If we were going to spend a first round pick, I wish they would have got someone that could have been here longer. So that was my only thing. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah, I get that.
All right, Dad, what about you?
Well, when I do a grade, I grade them on what I kind of like what Adam said about expected. And I expected a little bit more, and I do believe that was a high cost the Ducks paid for him. It may have actually helped them with his veteran presence to get where they did, but I still don't think it was a great move. I would give him a C.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Do I have it right here? And here's what all our folks said. 3 of them give him an A, 8 a B, and 8 a C. So we were about right.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got the
Actually,
$18 million man, Leo
real quick,
Carlson.
Cody. Real quick, Cody. Just in case if people are trying to wonder, at least for me, like the grading system, if they're at expected and kind of that baseline, I just automatically give them a C and then kind of move up and down from there. I don't know if people are going to understand where we're going on that.
Yeah.
So just to kind of throw that out there, baseline is a C. If they were expected, they just automatically get that C, and then we go up or down from there.
No, that's a good way of putting it. I'm pretty much kind of doing something similar because there's probably gonna be a grade that's probably gonna shock a lot of people that I'm gonna give out based on what you just said. So, all right, next up we got Leo Carlson. Adam, lead us off.
Leo Carlson, I mean, obviously he's one of our up and coming superstars. I personally think that he's probably about a B plus, maybe just a straight A minus. There's a lot of that was expected out of him that he could have done more with. Obviously, with the constant rotation around him, not giving him a set line all year, kind of probably limited him to what he could have done. But I still think he is one of the better players out there. For me, I give him a B plus all the way.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah, I would go in the A minus range. I mean, he had 67 points in 70, games during the regular season, 11 points in 12 games in the playoffs. He was injured, had that crazy, weird injury, right? That he recovered from, and he played some of those games, with injuries and stuff. So, I honestly would actually give him an A, but he wasn't that great in the faceoff circle. He was only at 44%. So, for me, I'd give him an A minus.
Chris?
Yeah, I went A. I think he had a really, really great year, and you wonder how much better it would have been if he didn't get injured. The injury did set him back a little bit. He missed 12 games. But he finished the season 67 points in 70 games. I mean, that's pretty good. And then you look at the playoffs, he had 11 points in 12. He was very big in playoffs for us. But just regular season, I thought he had a really great year. He kind of proved that he was going to be our 1C moving forward. And, to be that young and already that dominant, I mean, he's awesome to watch. He had a great season. He was fun to watch. When he was out of the lineup, you could tell, he's very important to this team. Definitely an A. Definitely an A.
I agree with all of you. I'd give him a A as well, because there was times where when he wanted to take over, he could, and especially when he had the right line mates too.
Yeah.
And I think Quenneville really kind of helped his progression, and I thought he looked a lot better this year. I thought what really helped him the season before was just after Four Nations. It makes me wondered what happens if he would have been able to go to the Olympics and get more time with those top Swedish players like he did the year before.
Right.
So I agree. I would give him an A as well. And Dad, what about you?
Well, offensively, definitely an A. He needs to work to be a little bit better of a defender because the center's an important part of your defense. And one weak point the Ducks really, I thought, had was their defense, overall team defense. And he was below average faceoff guy, and the number one guy, you expect him to be at least at 50%.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he's young, so I know he's probably going to come in and be some incredible player. I mean, I I do see that potential in him. I would have given him a C as a face-off guy. Yeah, C,
Yeah.
young guy. Yeah. So overall, A minus.
Okay. And what everyone else said, pretty much all 16 A's,
Nice.
3 B's. So pretty much what we all had.
Yeah.
Next up on the list is Cutter Gauthier. Adam, lead us off.
Cutter, I've got to give an A. He just exceeded all expectations, especially coming into this season. You didn't really know if he was going to move up, move down, stay where he was at. But I think overall, I mean, he just had a solid career, game or season. And honestly, I think he's probably, I don't know, I would say maybe our second best player on the team right now, right behind Leo. Even though I give him a better grade than I gave Leo, like I said, my expectation for him this season was kind of lower than what he did, and I think he just kind of exploded this year. So I definitely give him an A.
Yeah. Chris?
Another A for sure. Dude's awesome. There's not much more to say about Cutter. He's just he does it all. He's such a good shooter, and to put up 41 goals, like it's honestly, like I didn't know what to expect from him this year either. Like you were hoping that he would score a lot. He shoots the puck a ton. So you're expecting him to at least score. The power play, he's just such a lethal option on the power play, and there's a reason why I got his jersey, man. Like he's so fun to watch, and definitely an A. 69 points. I mean, he's gonna get paid this offseason, hopefully sooner rather than later. I hope we don't go into training camp and he's not signed, but we'll see. But yeah, definitely an A, man. He's electric.
Mike?
It's an easy A, just like the rest said. I mean, no one, I don't think, expected him to get 40 plus goals this season. He got 41. It's just kind of like Chris was elaborating to the way he just that shot, his speed, amazing. He also had a point per game in the playoffs. I mean, Cutter's just been awesome. I mean, this is probably the easiest vote of all these. It's an A for sure.
Yeah. If I was able to give him a G for goals, I would.
Yeah.
But I agree. A. Dad, what about you?
Oh, I don't think it's any doubt he had an A. I mean, he was way beyond expectation.
All right, well,
I think nobody thought he would do what he was doing this year.
Yeah.
So he was an incredibly, what a promise with him and Leo and the young core and Seneca. Oh, geez.
Mhm.
The whole thing about losing some of these players because of that huge contract that Leo got, though, it kind of hurt the overall team depth. I think eventually it will, but what a young core! I mean, Duck fans got to be excited with those guys right there.
All right, I think we have to hunt down one person. Because someone gave Cutter a D.
Oh,
what the heck?
Did a Flyers fan find their way into your...
it's just Chris. I think you're right on that.
Yeah, it has to be, or maybe was it Florida? Maybe a Florida fan because he scored a hat trick on him this year.
Maybe.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
15 people A, 3 people B, and we gotta hunt down this guy that gave Cutter a D.
We got a
Maybe
Flyers
they were drunk
fan.
Or they were drunk and hit the wrong button or something.
I gotta hope so. I'll give him a pass on that, but still.
A D, get out of here.
We got a Flyers fan that likes to comment on LAP stuff. His name's Insider J Money, so I think I'm gonna frame him until we know for sure.
You're probably onto something,
I got a couple
Chris.
of Flyers fans that I play hockey with. I can blame them as well.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Next up, we got Mikhail Granlund. We got Granny. Mike, why don't you lead us off on this one?
With Granlund, I would give him probably A minus. I think the thing with him is he was injured this season. I mean, there's a handful of guys on here we'll talk about that are injured on the podcast, but I mean, he had 41 points in 58 games. He had 5 goals, 5 assists in the playoffs. He was just, hovering around 50% in the faceoff. Definitely a veteran presence. So I liked what I saw from him. I think just the key for him is just staying healthy going forward.
Yep. Chris?
Yeah, I think I went A. A minus would be fine too. I really like him. When the Ducks first got him, I was super excited just by knowing what he was able to do with, like, when he was with the Sharks, when he was with the Stars. He's just a really, really good depth centerman. You could throw him in as a second line center if you have to, if you have injuries, and he'll fit in very well. Third line center, he's like perfect. I just think he's an all around really good guy down the middle to have on your team. So A minus for sure. He put up a lot of points. He's very I feel like he flows really well with this team. He just fits in really well. I don't really know how to explain it, but he's a duck in my eyes. He fits perfectly. So definitely an A minus.
He's reliable, Chris. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Very, very reliable.
Yeah.
God, I didn't realize how short he was until I saw him stand next to Seneca.
Yeah.
Adam?
So this one I might kind of get slapped around for on the podcast because, I mean, looking at with him with his injury and the stats that he put up compared to what he put up with San Jose and Dallas over the last couple of years, I was looking at giving him a C just because he was kind of about expected. Even with the injury, is still on pace around that 60-point mark for the season.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of that, just looking at the presence that he brought and what he actually did, because he seemed to elevate every single line mate that he had with him. Like, he was able to bring in that veteran presence of being able to dish off the puck or pull in the goal if he needed to, which could obviously bump him up to an A. So, but even with the injury in there, I put him at a B.
Okay. Dad?
Well, I tell you what, he's the kind of player every team would love to have. Because exactly what was said about him is he elevates everybody around him. He just goes out and does everything he needs to do on the ice. I mean, the injury did kind of derail him for a little while, but it's hard to give him an A. I would give him a B plus, I would say. B plus. But, I mean, who wouldn't want him? Guys like him help you win a Stanley Cup. Those are the guys you need. It's not always the superstars. It's those guys that go out and do that every game stuff that help you win a Stanley Cup. So,
yeah, he's definitely a very versatile player. Like, I feel like he could play top 6 wing. Obviously, he's a second line center for most of the season for us. Realistically, what I believe what Chris said is, I think he'd be a perfect third line player.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd fit perfectly right there. Maybe if McQueen shows up, what he can do, or maybe they move Cutter to center, because I've heard them talking about that. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that, and just so because I feel like Granlund could really be better if he was in that third line role, so he's not going against as top of opponents as normal.
I know
I did like the Killorn Granlund Seneca line though.
That was fun.
I know it's going to sound kind of funny, but even though it's 2 separate positions, I personally think that Granlund was he was the player that Kreider was supposed to be.
Yeah. I get that. All right. Now, we do have another out-of-the-box answer on this one. Here's what everyone said about Granlund. 7 A's, 9 B's, 2 C's, and 1 F.
Oh, my goodness.
Definitely a Stars fan in there.
Yeah. Or Chris's friend.
Right.
All right. We actually got to go back because apparently I don't know my ABCs. I forgot one very important player. Yeah, Dostal. Yes, I did skip it. Hey, if I skip someone, please tell me. I omit. My English is like my third language. Okay.
Hey, it's your show, buddy. We're just here living in it.
It's because you're looking at the roster and you wrote down the roster the way it is, and goalies are always at the bottom.
No, yeah. I did an ABC order, but I think I did off of Hockey Reference or something like that. That's how I did it.
Well, it's okay. He's a goalie, so we're still technically in the G's, right?
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Mike. We're rolling with it. I love it. All right, Mike, since you let us off with that one, go for it. What's your grade for Dostal?
Man, Dostal, I always laugh. I always say he's number one on the ice, number one in your hearts, right? I loved
that's
it.
from that Tooth Fairy movie, isn't it? Or no,
I
not the
don't
Tooth
know.
Fairy.
It's from
The Game Plan.
that was not me.
The
That
Rock.
was taken from something. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes. Number one
But
in your heart. Yep. It's
yeah.
replacements, Cody.
Oh
Number
yeah,
one
there
in
you
your heart,
go.
number 16 in your program. Yeah, that's a replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's both.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, with Dostal, it's kind of tough for me because I felt like I can't remember all the stats, but he played like the most minutes, the most games, all the stuff. Like if you counted the NHL and then all the other stuff, right? The other extracurricular leagues and things. So I mean, the Ducks leaned on him so much last season. He ended up getting 30 wins. His numbers weren't the greatest, right? The goals against was 3.1. Save percentage was .888 in 56 games. Playoffs, he was even. I think playoffs is where he kind of dipped a little bit. I think regular season, he was a workhorse and was a stud. The playoffs, I thought, man, it was kind of rough. There were, a couple of those games against Edmonton and Vegas. I was like, dude, and then there were people that were saying different things like, oh, throw Husso in, which I never thought that. I'm like, you got to stick with your guy. He's your guy. You go with him. But for me, I would go with a B. I think the regular season was great, but then the playoffs, he kind of dipped and it kind of brought it down a little bit for me.
Chris?
Yeah, this one was tough for me to really give him a letter grade. I was like in between B and C.
Yeah.
For the same reasons, it was a rough year. I don't really look at goals against average too much. Save percentage was down, but I mean that's kind of league wide with goal scoring going up and everything. So it's kind of hard to really see where he was at. Then overworking him, and you could tell that really got to him a bit. And then playing in the Olympics, and he played a lot of hockey. So you could tell, like, especially in the playoffs, even towards the end of the regular season when the Ducks were kind of dipping and they kind of scared us a little bit there, where maybe they might miss out completely. A little bit, yeah.
A lot.
Dude, when I was driving home from Fan Appreciation Night, I was listening to a Kings game on the radio because they needed to lose. Like, I was
wild times, buddy. Wild times.
It was stressful. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm leaning more towards a C. But it's hard because he really didn't get a lot of help. Our defense was pretty bad, and it's probably going to be just as bad next season. So he's going to need some help. Maybe they go out and get him I mean, I don't know. You go with Husso. I thought. Well, we'll get to that later. But it's difficult to really give him a grade. But I'll go with C.
I agree with you, Chris. I'm gonna give him a C as well. Not where I wanted him to be. First start of the year, man, he was A+ right away, but then he just dipped off, and then just too many times where first shot goal against us after so many dominating first periods. We have like 10 shots on goal, and Carter Hart was playing out of his mind, and then just one little shot, boom, and I'm like, oh great, now we're down, and then I felt like it was just downhill.
Yeah.
Most of the time after that. So I'd agree, give him a C. Adam, I know you're waiting, but since you're the goalie guy, I'm saving you for last. Dad, go. What's your grade for Dostal?
The year before, he stood on his head. He was definitely probably, I think, the best player on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have a team that scores him goals, and he wasn't. They were just as bad defensively the year before, and he shined. I thought he shined the year before. I thought he was really good. He was a disappointment. Now I got to say, the whole team defense part is disappointing. The whole exciting part about the Ducks was like the 80 Edmonton Oilers. It was all about the offense.
Mm-hmm.
They ever find defense, you could win a second Stanley Cup with that team. Their offense is incredible. I would say C minus.
Yeah.
I was disappointed. I think he's going to be better.
I think he's going to have a bounce back year.
I think so too. I think he's got the talent. I just don't think he performed it, even though they went second round playoffs. If he would have been better, who knows what would have happened?
Yeah.
Because they're the last line of defense, right, Adam? Last guy.
Sure.
And who do they blame all the goals on, Adam?
The goalie.
Right? Cody knows. He played goal in soccer, and every time they gave up a goal, it was his fault. And they were the ones that were allowing it before. 10 other players on a soccer field or 5 other players on the hockey rink all let somebody get by them and they score. So.
All right, Captain, take us.
All right. Well, as the resident crazy man goalie over here, if you look at his stat lines, I mean, obviously stat lines you want to give him a C because he was right about expected. With the last couple of years of where he's been. I mean, especially last year, this year, surprisingly, he had the same exact goals against average of 3.10 the last 2 years. Save percentage was better this year or last year than this year. Obviously, he had more wins, more games, all that stuff. But you look into the factors of, you're giving up the goal on the first shot of the game. So you kind of want to then drop him down to a D. Obviously, Dostal's a great person, so you love his attitude, you love, his personality, so you want to give him an A. But then the biggest thing that factored in with me is that he didn't get any help with the defense. So when it comes down to the stat line of being a C and at expected, then having to deal with the defense that he did, I give him a solid B.
Well,
that's fair.
That's a great goalie answer, Adam.
Yeah. So here's what everyone said. No out of the ordinary, grades on this one. 7 A's, 7 B's, 5 C's.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yep. Next one we have now former captain, the Butcher, Radko Gudas. Chris, take it away.
Radko. It was a roller coaster with him this past season and like his whole tenure with the Ducks. Like I didn't really like it when we first got him, and then he made me like fall in love with him. And then towards the end here, it's just like, okay, you kind of want him gone. At some point, it's just like he was just too much of a liability, I feel like, on defense. I'll give him a C for captain. I think he was fine. He was fine when he was in there. There was just a lot of mistakes, but I think I would have given him a D, but I think I'm going to bump him up because of how he responded after hurting Austin Matthews. I do give him a lot of credit for that, for stepping up and, when they played the Leafs again and kind of took the punches there. He didn't punch back. He's just like, I know I deserve this. This is going to happen. I'm just going to let you do it. And I do think that was pretty cool of him to go out there and do. And, he really didn't need to do that. And he probably shouldn't have played because he was clearly still pretty injured. I'm surprised he even played 2 more games there towards the end of the season. I completely forgot he even played those games, which isn't probably a good sign. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I guess C. I'll give him a C.
Adam?
As much as I love the Butcher and everything, he stands for and how he plays, I want to give him an F just because it was a dismal season from him. But at the same time, like you look at his stat line, and even though he was injured and out almost a third of the season, he was right there at expected of what he's been doing with the Ducks. So I kind of want to give him a C, but I'm kind of leaning on that D, like D plus.
Okay. All right, Mike.
Yeah, I kind of lean, I guess, a little bit more like Chris, probably towards like the C plus range, maybe. I think, like Chris said, he came out, he played against Toronto. He didn't have to do that. You could tell he wasn't 100% in there. He wasn't 100% in the playoffs, too. I mean, that first game against Edmonton, he blew a flat tire. We knew his ankle was out, and he was out the rest of the way, so he was done. So I think the biggest issue was the liability. I mean, I love him. Like Chris said in the beginning, coming out and crushing people and just hitting people and doing all these things that he did. But then, yeah, he would be a liability too defensively. So that's where I kind of sit. Is I would still stay in the C range. I'd maybe give him a plus just for basically taking it and owning it against Toronto and doing all that. And I don't think he was a bad captain necessarily, but it was kind of weird. He felt like an interim captain, right? As soon as the Ducks picked him, you were like, okay, well, who's going to be next? Like Troy Terry, right? That's a name that a lot of people talked about, or some of the other guys that were coming up. It never felt like he was a permanent long-term captain. So, and that's not his fault. I just think that's the way the Ducks wanted some kind of veteran presence to kind of be like the gap in between, I guess, until they got another person, which is curious. We'll have to find out who it is this season, right? Because Terry's going to be out for a while. So, who knows who it's going to be. But that's kind of how I feel. I feel like he probably shouldn't have been captain, but I don't think he did a horrible job being kind of like the interim captain until they figure out who they want long term.
I agree with that. I think he was never meant to be a long-term captain. I agree with that. If I had to give him a grade, probably D, but if I wanted to give a weird grade, it would be a double G for goodbye Gudis. So
Ouch.
All right.
I agree with what Mike said. Like, I didn't mind him being captain, but he didn't need to. Did he need to be on the ice to stay as captain? Like,
right.
I feel like that's where he hurt us.
Yes.
I thought like him as captain material was great. It was just the on ice stuff. It was like, stay on the bench kind of thing. Yeah. I will say, I'll give him a D plus just because there was that one game where they had that 5-on-3. I think it was like an overtime or at the end of a third period. It was like Paling, Trouba, and Gudis were out there for like 2 to 3 minutes on a 5-on-3 and then didn't allow a goal.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't remember which team it was against, but I will say like he took a couple good block shots and stuff like that. So I will give him that because he risked himself for that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember which game it was for the life of me, but there was just a game I do remember. It was Paling, Trouba, and Gudis at the very end of the game, and they end up keeping it up and then winning in the shootout.
I do remember that, yeah.
So I will give him a D plus.
You hoping the Ducks move forward with maybe 2 captains? You get the captain on the ice, captain in the community type of deal?
Yeah, it was like in the Mighty Ducks D2 where Charlie's on the bench as a captain.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
I was gonna bring up that reference.
I had a feeling.
Glad you did.
All right, Dad, finish this for us.
Well, somewhere between a C and a D on the ice. I think off the ice, he's a neat guy.
Yeah, he's one of the nicest guys.
And he's got a neat family. He gets an A off the ice, somewhere between a C and a D. Minus C minus D plus.
Okay. All right. Well, here's what everyone said.
Oof.
3 B's, 3 C's, 9 D's, 4 F's. All right. I don't think any of us are shocked.
F for
Next up on
farewell.
the list is Next up we have Jansen Harkins. All right, Adam.
Honestly, with him, he played 40 to 45 games this season because he was out for a little while with that shoulder injury. Honestly, I didn't really have a whole lot of expectations from him. Like, he didn't do anything bad. He didn't do anything great. I'll just give him a C.
Okay. Chris?
Honestly, I agree. I mean, I thought when he was out there, I thought he was solid. I didn't mind him in the lineup, like sometimes he'd be in over other guys and you'd be like, but then the game would go on and you're like, yeah, he fits well. I like Adam said, he didn't do anything too crazy, but he didn't do anything terrible where you're like, get him off the ice immediately. At least not that I can remember. So I give him a C. I thought he was fine.
Mike?
I'd bump him up just a little bit, maybe like a B minus. I think, like they both said, he only played about half the season and didn't do anything like great or bad or whatnot, but he was good in the faceoffs. He won over 51% of the faceoffs. So I think he was reliable in there, to throw him in there in the mix. And I think he was solid and bottom 6, mainly bottom, the 4th line role. So I'd give him probably like a B minus.
I agree with Mike. I like the grinder guys. I appreciate their hard work. They don't get much love and stuff like that. So I'd also give him a B minus as well. I like the way he played, and You know, you can just tell like he always gave 100% every time he was. You could just tell
He did, yeah.
always gave 100%. Dad,
I'd say C plus B minus.
all right.
Pretty much somewhere in there. I don't know what's the gap between a B minus and a C plus.
Yes.
Not much.
All right, here's what the fans had to say.
Oh,
7
there you go.
Bs, 7 Cs, 5 Ds.
Yeah, it's
So
not
pretty
bad.
much we've been all pretty close to what everyone else has been saying.
Yeah.
All right, next up is everyone's favorite right-hand shot defenseman now, Drew Hellison.
Poor guy.
All right, let's go. Chris, lead us off for this one.
I mean, I'll give him a C. I don't know. The expectations are kind of weird with him. Like I didn't really know what to think going into the season. Just with all the defensemen that we had currently. I mean, he played 60 games. That kind of shocked me when I saw that number. I'm like, he played 60? It didn't seem like that much, but I mean, I think he's solid. I mean, I'm guilty in this too, where when you have when we had all the log jam with the vets on the blue line, and you had certain younger defensemen in the press box, you kind of were like, well, why is Hellison in? So I feel bad for him because he catches a lot of flack from the fan base just because of all the young defensemen that are up and coming. But I mean, when he's out there, I think he's fine. He does what he needs to do, and I don't think he should be on the top pair. That's kind of what's being projected going into next season, but there's still plenty of off season to go for that to change. But I'll give him a C.
All right, Adam.
Yeah, I'm right there as well. Like, honestly, looking at his stats, I was shocked as well to see that he actually played in 60 games. But other than that, it's just like Harkins. I mean, wasn't great, wasn't horrible. I definitely think he's a third pairing defenseman in my eyes, but just I don't have an issue with him. I can't complain about him, but I can't praise him either, so I give him a C.
Yep. Mike?
No, I'm just a broken record. I agree with Chris and Adam. I mean, it's the same thing. Like I feel like Chris said, some people give him a little bit extra, crap and whatnot. But then you sit there and go, oh, he played 60 games. He had 13 assists. Like I don't think he's like horrible, but yeah, he's definitely not top 4 material for sure. I think that he's a bottom 3 pairing for sure. And I mean, we'll get to Zellweger later, but I honestly would have kept Zellweger over Hellison. Just that's my opinion. I felt like there was way more potential offense with Zellweger, even though granted, defensively could be some kind of concern, but with Hellison, I felt like he was solid. He just wasn't noticeable too much, right? Like they were saying, there wasn't like, oh my God, he did a great play, or oh, he did something really dumb. He was just like, he was there, he did what he was asked, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think the big difference between why they got rid of Zellweger and Hellison is just because of the Hellison's a right shot, Hellison's a left shot. Or
Yeah.
sorry, Hellison's a right shot, Zellweger's a left shot. So yeah, just different handed shot. And I feel like Hellison played his best with Lacombe, but he's not we need Lacombe on the top pair.
Mm-hmm.
Hellison does not need to be on the top pair.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because I know they're best buddies too. So, but they do play well together. I will say that. But we don't need Hellison on the number 1
He
pair.
seems like a good dude too. Like I always hear about how good of an interview he is from the Ducks writers and stuff. So
yeah, I agree.
I mean,
I
technically
agree with you
we
guys.
are.
I would say, a C minus, a D, so he learns how to play some.
I mean, but technically we are coming into this is going to be probably his 3rd full season he's going to play. So
Yeah,
let's hope that there is that room for growth and improvement, and hopefully he actually just finds something in that game that steps him up to maybe even being a middle pairing guy.
yeah. So hopefully he's there's not as people blocking him now either. So all right,
Yeah.
Dad.
Oh, broken record.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there we go. Then, all right. So we have 1A, 3 Bs, 6 Cs, 7 Ds, and 2 Fs all over the place on this one.
was that the first one that got a vote in every category?
I think so.
I think
I'm looking
so, yeah.
back
Right,
at
Chris.
it. Yeah, yeah, it was.
It looks like it.
All right. Next up was our backup, or I should say second backup of the year, Ville Husso. Number 33 in our hearts. Because I feel like once he came in, everyone liked the way he played. I thought he really stepped up when Mrazek came out and when Dostal had that little injury. I thought he really kept us going.
Yeah.
So I would give him a B just because I wasn't expecting much from him, but I did like the way he played when we needed him most. So,
Yeah.
Adam?
I'll go last.
Oh, you go last? All right. Mike?
I'm with you, Cody, too. I think in the B range, too, because, like, in the beginning of the season, right, we didn't expect him to play it, like, at all or minimal, right? We were like, okay, we have Dostal as number 1, Mrazek as number 2. Obviously, Mrazek got hurt and was gone for a big chunk of the season, so Husso had to come in, and I thought he did a great job filling in his backup. He wasn't, like, awesome and amazing, but I think he did a good job. I mean, he won 10 games. And like Chris has talked about too, the goals against, it's over 3, but the goals against, the league is scoring more goals, so it's kind of hard to gauge, like Chris was saying. So I don't ding him for that. He didn't get a chance to play in the playoffs. That was all the Dostal show, but I agree. I would give him a B. I think he was a solid backup for the Ducks, and he came in and did what he needed to do when he wasn't expected to play any games or only a handful of games at the start of the season.
Chris, did you go for Husso?
No, I didn't.
Okay, go for it.
I would give him a B as well. B plus. I think he stepped in and did really well. I preferred him over Mrazek. Even when they signed Mrazek, I'm like, they got it. Like, it kind of sucks for Husso because it's like, okay, they're bringing him in to be the backup, and that's going to push Husso out. So, I was happy that he kind of took advantage of the situation last season, and he got 10 wins. It sucks that he only played 20, but that's not on him. That's, hopefully Coach Q moving forward, if this is going to be your tandem, hopefully they give Husso a little more, couple more, maybe like you kind of want your backup. You kind of want your backup these days to maybe get 30 starts, 35 starts, just to help, especially with the way, we already talked about Dostal and how he was overworked and he played so much. I think Husso is a really good backup option. I mean, when he was in, I didn't feel like the game was lost before the puck dropped. You know what I mean? I thought he was really, really good. I enjoyed watching him, and definitely B plus for me.
Dad?
I'd give him a B, straight B.
Right.
I liked him.
Yeah.
When Mrazek went out, I go, well,
thank God.
Well, no. I was hoping you guys would play him again when you played the Kings.
Well, I'm pretty sure everyone was like, "Oh, darn, Mrazek wasn't in."
Yeah, really. So, anyways, I thought I like Husso. He's been basically an AHL guy here,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and he came in, and I thought for an AHL guy, he did a great job for them. So
Yeah.
I'd give him a B.
All right, Adam, goalie expert.
So the crazy analysis to this is, honestly, I give him an A. The reason I give him an A is just because what did you expect out of Husso at the start of the season? No one expected anything out of him because no one expected him to come up. Now, when he did come in and he played those 20 games, he wasn't a liability. I mean, there was a couple of times he had a couple of bad games, but you weren't worried about him coming in.
Yeah.
Even if you look back at his stats, like he played a couple of games in, last year with us, the year before that, only had a handful of games in Detroit. But then, what was it, 22 to 24, he played, pretty much almost as a starter. And even if you look at his stats now from his two best seasons, which is 21-22, 22-23, where he's at right now is he's like kind of averaged out those two seasons. So when you look at him and what he did, and he came in and, with the zero expectations you had for him because you thought he was going to be in the AHL most of the season, I mean, I have to give him an A. The only thing that I'm going to actually say about his game that I thought was personally elite, that setup. Oh, that gear and that helmet, absolutely elite.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
I give him an A just because of just the expectations that we had for him at the start of the season. We had none. We didn't think we were going to see him, and what he did and came in, I give him an A.
I think after the first Mrazek game, the 6-5 game, I was like, we're going to see Husso sooner than later.
Yeah.
And here's what our fans had to say about Ville Husso. 2 A's, 12 B's, 4 C's, and 1 D. Maybe the D is because no one played defense in front of him. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
Can we get some shutouts next season? That'd be sick.
We need
right?
at least one.
Can we get
and
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And I've said this. Hazy needs to shut up whenever there's a shutout.
Yeah.
I think it's happened 2 or 3 times the last 2 seasons where he said it, and then literally 2 minutes later, goal. And I wanted to just drive down to the Honda and just kick him.
What game was it towards the end of the season that Dostal almost had his first, and he gave it up with seconds left in the game?
That was the Vegas playoff series.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was in the.
Was
playoffs.
it in the playoffs?
Yeah,
I thought so. Yeah,
because that was the one with Hurdle got his first goal.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And then
Yes.
my dad remembers me talking crap on that.
Yeah,
because the commentators wouldn't shut up about his goalless drought because that's all they talked about. I'm like, well, he's scoring obviously in this game. And then look what happened. All right. One of the guys that I hated last year, but I loved him this year, Ross the Boss Johnston. You already knew who I was talking about, didn't you, Adam?
Oh yeah.
Wait. The year before it was the human traffic cone.
I had 2 nicknames for him. The last year under Cronin, he was the human traffic cone.
Yeah.
And then this year he is the boss.
Yeah. The boss.
All right. Mike, what would you grade Ross Johnson's season?
Yeah, I agree with you. I actually like the way he played this year. I thought that, for him being down the bottom, I thought he did good. He had some goals. He had 11 assists. There was some offensive upside to him that you didn't expect to see any of that at all. You were like, oh my God, he's actually helping out offensively. Oh, okay, cool. That just was something you're like, no, this is a guy that's going to grind it out, check people and fight. So that part was expected, right? But then he still was a liability too. Like you talked about traffic cone 2 years ago, he still made mistakes and turned over the puck and things like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes he took some stupid penalties, let's be honest. Some of them, whether or not we can argue about the refs and all that stuff too, but there were still some times I was like, Ross, dude, just chill, dude, just chill. Just check him hard, but go back to the bench. Like the little bit over exuberance to me. So, but I still liked it overall. I would say B minus.
Adam?
Yeah, I'm in the B- range. He obviously had one heck of a season for stats wise. Obviously his best ever. Made stupid mistakes here and there, got himself in trouble, got himself in the box.
Yep.
You kind of wish he had John Carlson on the bench, right next to him to yell at him. But other than that, I give him a B-. He was definitely above expectations, but it's that attitude that kind of took him down a little bit.
Yep. Chris?
Yeah, I'm in the same area. Maybe C, B- area. Did anyone know that he was such a good passer? The dude could,
right?
He has some good hands.
I think it's just Quenneville unlocked him. I don't know what it was.
You would think someone that is an enforcer and his job is to go out there and punch people in the face, that his hands would not be that soft. He had some really.
He did have some great passes, I will say that.
11 assists?
Yeah.
I mean,
Ross Johnson had the passing that Carlson should have had. John Carlson.
Yeah. Seriously,
John Carlson, right?
Yeah,
yes,
John Carlson.
Yes.
I was like, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, Ross had a couple assists, and I had to watch the replay a couple times. I'm like, that was Ross Johnston, right? That dished that over. Who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, when you just hear Phil Hewitt say an assist with Ross, I was like, wait, that was Ross Johnston that did that?
Crazy. And he had a couple of those this season where you're just like, holy hell, who is this guy?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in the same boat where I've kind of disliked him being in the lineup over guys like Sam Colangelo being sent down and Nikita Nesterenko not getting ice time and stuff. But this past season, I had no complaints about him being in the lineup because he showed that he belonged somewhat in that bottom 6, even if it was, a heavier matchup against a Kings team or, even a Panthers teams, teams that are going to go out there and they're going to be throwing their body around a little bit and you want to protect some guys. I get it. But I would say, C, B minus. I think he was fine.
Yeah, I just know going to this season, he had an automatic F until he proved me wrong, and I can tell you this, he proved me wrong, man.
Yeah.
And my dad even told me, he's like, you got to eat your words. I'm like, and I did.
Yeah.
I apologize. I was like, hey, I didn't know you were this good, man. Thank you. Because the year before, I just talked. I didn't even call him by Ross Johnson. He was just a human traffic cone.
Yeah.
When I talked about him, Adam will definitely contest because he's usually listening on right there live with us.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But I would have given him like a B plus, but it was just what Mike and you guys were saying, the stupid penalties.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like there was a time and place to do them, and he just wrong. Sometimes there was just bad timing on them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So and I think a couple of times it hurt the Ducks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'd give him a B minus. Dad?
Well, it is a rumor that I heard that Quenneville during the preseason told him to watch the first Mighty Duck movie and soft hands. And obviously I think it worked.
Yeah.
I go, who'd have thought the corny Disney movie would turn into a team and then help a guy who couldn't play.
Yeah.
And
no way! I could just see Ross Johnson just throwing the football pregame.
well, you also have to receive that pass, with the egg, right?
Yeah. How
so,
many eggs were destroyed before he got it down?
Oh,
A
God.
couple million.
Well, the chickens were protesting outside of Honda Center.
Yeah.
Anyways, if we go by Adam's premise, you expected nothing, and he actually, other than a few mistakes he made, he played great. He'd have to get at least a B plus because he went from traffic cone to Ross the boss.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
All right, sorry. I'm having issues with my audio, but Ross Johnson got a grades of 1A, 8 Bs, 9 Cs, and 1 D.
It's
All right.
it's probably that one guy that's giving everybody a D.
Right.
Yeah.
Is probably a Kings fan, right?
Yep. Now, the next guy who I would say a lot of people don't like him, but I love him in the lineup, and that's Alex Killorn. A lot of people say he shouldn't be in the lineup, but I think he needs to be in every game. Um, I'll start off like I love the way he plays. Yeah, he's not the fastest guy, but I like what he does out there, and I feel like he kind of like calms the storm when he's out there. He's really good at controlling the puck, and he's not as he's probably one of the best defensive forwards we have too. I remember, I think Mike, you're usually in the Discord chat during games, right?
Yeah.
I think was it this one guy is just hammering him. He's like, "Oh, it's all his fault." I'm like, I'm watching the replay. I'm like, Killorn wasn't even had nothing to do with that. I like the way Killorn plays. I'm gonna give him a B plus. I love the way he is, and I think he's just a perfect alternate captain for the Ducks too, like where we're at right now. Chris,
Yeah, I agree. I would give him a B plus. I'd be in that area. I mean, he's 36 and he still put up like 30, little over 30
33.
points.
Mhm.
I mean, it helps playing in the top 6 for all of the season, but I mean, he's one of the few guys who played all 82, so he's reliable.
Yep.
He's in the lineup every night, and yeah, he's a little, the lack of speed is a little, it could be a little alarming at times. Co-host on our podcast, Lou, always says he looks like he's skating with a backpack on, and I mean it does, but I mean he kind of what he lacks in foot speed, he kind of makes up for his playmaking abilities, in my opinion. I like him in the lineup. I'd give him a B for sure. He's a really good veteran presence for the forwards, especially the younger guys, and kind of feed off of him.
yep. Adam.
Yeah, I give him a B. He definitely has that veteran's presence. He knows how to control the puck. Stats wise, he's about a C because he's at 36. He's slightly declining over the years, like you expect him to do. But I mean, it's that whole veteran presence and how he just controls the ice when he's out there is why I gave him the B.
Mike.
Yeah, I agree with what they said. I'd go B plus. I mean, the other part of it too is you can shift him in the lineup, right? Like he played on the first line, he played on the second line. I think he was in there a few times on the third line. Like you could throw him all over the lineup, and he can fit in with anybody really on the team. I think really just the knock, like the guys have said, is a little bit on his age and speed. But I mean, his playmaking ability is there. His veteran presence is there. He still had 33 points. He reliable, like Chris said, 82 games. So I'm sitting at B plus.
Dad?
Yeah, I give him a B overall.
I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. Whenever he scores a goal in his celebration, I just want to run through a wall with him.
Right?
I just love it, and just I know, like, with the whole Ducks trying to open up cap space, everyone's like, "Oh, get rid of Killorn." I'm like, "Why? He's the one we need to be keeping."
I know.
But this is gonna be a good segue because this is one guy who I think the Ducks should trade, and that's Chris Kreider.
Right. Right.
It was literally a tale of two halves for Kreider for me.
Yes.
Mike, you want to talk about Kreider?
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Cody. I think like when he came out, he was like on fire, right? Scoring on the power play, scoring all these goals. He was all over the place. It was like, oh my God, we got this guy. He's amazing. And then like, I don't know what it was. Halfway through the season, he just kind of seemed to cool off a little bit. And then the playoffs, it was kind of like, okay. I mean, he had a couple goals, but he just got really inconsistent in the second half of the season. Like, I mean, in the beginning, I would have given him an A right off the bat. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's killing it. And then the second half was not good. It was, like C- range to me. I mean, it was like, dude, what happened to you? So I kind of averaged those out, and I'd kind of give him like a B minus. I felt like he started strong, but he just didn't finish strong at all.
Adam?
I got to give him a D plus. I mean, just you had so much expectation from him, like especially with everything that he did in New York. We just had this like overall thought of like, oh man, we got Kreider coming in here. He's going to come out and give us, the 30, almost 40 goals a season. Give us those probably 60, 70 points, and then same thing. He comes in and he had what I think it was around 20 points. Like within the first like 30 games, and you're like, oh man, this is awesome. And then he just died after that.
Yeah.
But overall expectations, like I gave him a D plus because I expected way more out of him, and then he just wasn't there.
Chris?
Yeah, I think I give him a C. Like everyone said, he had a really good start to the season, and when the Ducks first got him, I was very excited. And then, like we said with the start, it's just like, oh my God, this dude's awesome. Like he's gonna help us get back to the playoffs. He's gonna be a big part of it. And then, like they said, like everyone else said, that he kind of died off, and I kind of forgot that he had 50 points. But he played 75 games, and we talked about it on the late arrivals. We were wondering, at the end of the season, you're kind of waiting for those injury reports, and it kind of shocked us that he wasn't part of it.
Same here. Same here.
I remember that.
The way he played towards the end of the season into the playoffs, it's like he's got to be dealing with something. He's got to be injured. And when it came out that he was fine, it's just like, well, what happened? Like his age finally catching up. I mean, it'd be crazy if it caught up that fast, like mid-season, where everything just kind of shut off on him. But yeah, I'll give him a C. He might be part of a cap casualty here with the Ducks, which would suck because I have liked him on the team, but you do kind of have higher expectations for him. I do feel like he is pretty good in the room, though. I feel like he's a good addition to that veteran core that we have, but I'll give him a C.
Yeah, I just remember the year before. It was right before. I was like right when the Rangers announced that they were like putting him on the trade block. And I even said on our podcast, I'm like, the Ducks need to go out and get a Kreider, someone that could be in front of the net, tip pucks in, help on the power play, and they finally get him. And I was like, see, this is why we go get him. And then it was after that what the hand, foot, mouth disease thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I totally forgot about
and
that.
I didn't know what it was until this. I heard him got it. I never heard of it until now. And then Elliot Friedman talked about it on 32 Thoughts too. And I'm like, oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was like maybe around that time is where he started kind of going downhill. It's like you didn't notice him. And is it just me, or does it look like he doesn't wear any pads, or is it just me?
It kind of does, yeah.
I don't know what it was. It looks like he doesn't wear any like shoulder pads.
Yeah.
He definitely has low profile pads.
Yeah, like some quarterback pads is what they call them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was just like, man, like he just really disappeared. Like he wasn't going in front of the net like he did in the first half. He wasn't
Yes.
like, and that's what I think hurt him because that's what we brought him here to do because we didn't have any. Seneca was doing it better than he was,
Yeah.
and McTavish, whenever he played, did decently in front of the net, but like Kreider just kind of just disappeared.
And you brought up Killorn's goal celebration. Chris Kreider's another one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will give you that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Outstanding goal celebration that it
Mhm.
doesn't matter like how the game is going. When he scores and celebrates, you're like, you know what? I'm going to be okay.
We could be down 5-0 and he scores that goal. It's like, we got a chance. We're
Right?
coming back.
Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
it. I feel it. I see the vision.
I would give Kreider a C plus B minus. It would have been higher if he would have just not just been like as good as he was in the first half, just somewhat similar, but he just disappeared. Especially in the playoffs, he had that. I think the one good game, and that was what game 6
Yeah.
against Edmonton, and that was really about it. It was, of course, it was his birthday. I just remember them talking about it. Dad, any thoughts on Kreider?
First half B plus, last half D plus. I'll give him a C.
There you go.
Yeah, I forgot to do this with Killorn, but here's how everyone voted for Killorn. Not shocked.
Yeah.
About right. And then here's Kreider. 1A, 13 Bs, 4 Cs, and 1 D.
It's not bad.
Next up is our number 1 defenseman, Jackson Lacombe. Adam?
I mean, you got to give him an A. I mean, he was very solid throughout the season. He's still young. He still kind of has a couple of moments here and there that, get the best of him, but that's only going to come as growing pains, and he's only going to get better. But when he played all 82 games, I mean, plus he went out and, a lot of people give him crap because he was at the Olympics but didn't play. But I kind of look at it as a Leo Carlson situation, like with the Four Nations. Like he went there, he got the experience, and I think it just benefited him because, I mean, he had a great season. I mean, a defenseman coming out with, 58 points, like how many times do you see that?
Right.
I mean, granted, it's a lot of assists, but I mean, he's just steadily rising and exceeding expectations every single year. Like I would almost give him an A plus, but he's definitely a solid A.
Yeah, he's the example of I got an A on a project and didn't do anything in school. But I mean, it's not his fault for that one. And if you heard on the Wingman podcast with the Kachuk brothers, they were saying like sometimes he was the best player in practice.
Yep.
So I agree with you. It was like what Leo did in Four Nations. Didn't play much or in Lacombe at all. But you could tell he probably learned a lot, and it probably helped him maybe for the next, World Cup, Hockey World Cup, or Olympics. That he could be up there. So I agree. I would give him an A. It would have been an A plus if he would have shot that one thing in game 1 against Vegas.
Yeah.
He would have had an easy A plus from me. Not his finest moment, but I'll still give him an A. Chris?
I agree 100%. It's an A. Great season. He's just so fun to watch. He just makes everything look pretty easy back there. He doesn't seem like he panics or anything. He's just very calm and just does his stuff, and he's very good at it. And then the playoffs, like, come on. I don't care how injured Connor McDavid was, a 75% McDavid or 80% McDavid is still a very, very, very good hockey player, and he shut that man down. He was outstanding. I mean, it's an A, easy A.
I wish I had 1% of McDavid.
Right?
Yeah, right. You'd be a number 1 beer leaguer.
Exactly.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, you can't spell Jackson or Lacombe, right, without an A. So, I mean, it's an easy A, like the guy said. I mean, he was amazing. And yeah, he had his little iffy things there in that series against Vegas, even that breakaway with Marner, which killed me in the beginning of that game. That one was that was tough, though. I mean, that was a great play by Marner. Let's just give it up to him. I mean, Marner went off that game.
No.
I mean, it is what it is, that game.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, I know a lot of people are kind of giving him crap, but I'm like, dude, I mean, that was was just an amazing play for him to change the pace of that and go back. Even got Dostal out of position. I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, overall, I mean, like Adam was saying, 58 points. I mean, come on, man. I mean, this guy is all over the place. As Chris said in the Edmonton series, I mean, to shut down McDavid at anything less than 100% still is amazing. I mean, and even Draisaitl wasn't that great in that series either. You know, I mean, they weren't. I mean. I mean, Lacombe is amazing. I'm glad that they signed him to the deal. They got it done early. This guy is going to be great from years to come. I mean, he exceeded all expectations. Like I said, a couple little blips maybe in the playoffs, but I mean, that's the only reason why I wouldn't have given an A+, to be honest.
It was just the one shot he didn't shoot on goal, and then the icing situation.
Yes,
I would blame. If he just continues going, it's icing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still blame the refs on the icing call.
Yes.
Yeah, I did a very good episode on that on Ducks Digest talking about that.
Yeah, he did, and if you looked at the angles where the ref was, it looked like
Eichel?
it looked like he was ahead of him, and he wasn't. When you really saw a different angle. So the referee saw an angle that just wasn't accurate, but you can't really blame him for it because it's what it looked like, honestly. I mean, you showed it on your Duck Digest podcast, Cody.
Yeah.
And funny is what he got that big contract and he started the season a little slow. I was going, oh my God, did they spend all this money and this guy's going to be a bust? And then, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. I mean, we actually talked about the 2019 draft?
Yeah.
And, you know, why a question came in that why are the Kings prospect pool?
Hey, this is a Ducks only
know.
episode.
But why was it weak? But I want to talk about because he is Lacombe was part of that thing. Is that you know he was a guy they could have drafted like they took 5 guys instead of him. You know how stupid is that? Here you have a guy who's a great defenseman. You know they don't grow on trees.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
I don't think it wasn't until really like last year that Lacombe really I thought the year before that I was like, we need to trade him. I don't think but then all of a sudden just boom, I was like, I'm glad we didn't trade him now.
Yeah.
But here's what all our fans had to say about Lacombe.
Oh yeah.
We have another person to find. 10 A's, 6 B's, 2 C's, and another person to hunt down 1 D. I hope they give him a D because he plays great defense.
They probably gave him a D for the playoffs.
He didn't shoot that puck.
Yeah.
I could see that. Next up is someone who I thought would have been our next captain, but he's no longer with us. Mason McTavish. Chris?
Mason was another tough one. Very streaky. There were a lot of games throughout the season that you just kind of forgot he was in the lineup, which sucks because I liked him. Like when we drafted him, I was a little surprised because one, I didn't know who he was. You know, you had Matty Beniers right there, and I don't know. It was tough right away, but then he made you fall in love with him. I thought he was a really good centerman. I don't know. He was a tough one. I think I'm gonna go C. I mean, he had 41 points, but you kind of were hoping that he would elevate his game a little bit more. And I just feel like throughout the season, you were waiting for him to get going, you know, to kind of get on a nice little streak and to start dominating and maybe taking over, not even that game, but some of his shifts, just taking over a shift. And it just kind of never really came. So I think I got to give him a C.
Well, I mean, I know you guys always make fun of this person on your podcast, Chris. Isn't like 41 points like a perfect line for Ryan Strom?
Yeah.
You guys have always thought he always scores 41 points.
Yeah.
I'm like, so is that a good baseline for Mason McTavish, a top 3 pick for the Ducks?
Right.
And I'm like, ugh.
I wish him.
Lou always makes fun of him for that. I do know that.
Yeah. I wish him all the best in St. Louis, though. Hopefully he.
Yeah.
Maybe he has like a lesser role, and he's not expected to lead the team in points or something. Maybe he'll kind of play a little better. I don't know.
Good luck with Cronin. Mike?
Right.
I know, poor that sucks, right? And then Johnson going over there too. I'm like, oh, you guys can have fun with Cronin.
And you have Fowler over there too.
Fowler. I'm like, good luck with that one. But no, I'm with Chris too. It was like, yeah, he had 41 points, he had 17 goals, but he was just so inconsistent. And down the stretch, like Chris said, there was just some moments where you were like, you're rooting for him to kind of bust out and be that top draft pick, and then he just kind of disappeared. He was a good threat on the power play, it seemed like at times, but then he wasn't, and he was just out of it. I honestly was surprised when the trade happened that the Ducks got 2 first-round draft picks. I was like, what the? When that came out, I was like, holy crap, man. Like, there was all that talk about, they're talking, about getting a first round pick and whatnot. And then when they said that they got 2, I was like, oh, damn. I'm like, okay, well, at least they got that for him. I was happy with the trade. I thought, okay, that was a good return. But yeah, I'd have to give C, maybe C plus at best. I mean, it's just a disappointing. You're a top draft pick, inconsistent. Love the dude. Like Chris said, as a person, I mean, he's a great dude, but he just kind of fell off this last year. And then, they didn't really utilize him as much in the playoffs, and you kind of saw the writing on the wall, and then all the rumors came out, and it just kind of seemed inevitable, unfortunately. And yeah, best of luck in St. Louis.
Yeah. Adam?
This is another one that I kind of had high expectations for. I gave him a D plus. For where he's at, his expectations or in his stats should have been going up. He's declined a little bit this year compared to last year, but the biggest factor in me of even just dropping him below a C was his attitude on the ice. It's just there was a lot of times he just looked lazy, didn't look like he wanted to be there, and you can't have that on the ice. I mean, attitude is infectious anywhere you're at. So if you're out there just kind of barely skating around and not really just being there, and then having that attitude, I had to give him a D plus.
I was gonna give him a D plus, but he did give us a lot of extra points in the shootout, so I'll give him an S for shootout goals. I don't know if that counts, but that's what I'm gonna give him. I'll give him an S for shootout goals.
There you go.
Well, we'll give him the Nintendo rating of DS.
Yeah. Speaking of overtime and shootout stuff, Dad, with your Kings, loving that. What's your
well,
and
when
Vegas.
you put him in when you put him in the shootout, he gets an A plus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get into the realism that there's a whole lot more of a hockey game than just a shootout. And you talk about extreme disappointment and what I thought was going to be a future star for them. I got to say, I'm D plus, because he just, I think he was a negative last season for them, other than the shootout, because dang, have you guys watched those shootout ones? He was wicked.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think the rumor has it that I think one of the goalies is still sliding till this day from one of the shootouts.
Well, I mean, he was pretty much automatic in the shootout.
I think he missed one. I think
he only missed one last year. I looked it up. 83%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. But then maybe the change of scenery will definitely help him. Although that does take another very talented person who could have totally improved away from the Ducks.
Yeah.
So, we're going to see. Look at Zegras. He flew after leaving the Ducks. Maybe McTavish will too. Who knows? We'll see.
Did you say Zegras flew because he became a flyer? Was that like a play on words with that?
No, it wasn't really. But if you want to take it that way, go right ahead. That wasn't. Well, look at he had a pretty good year.
Yeah.
Got a $9 million contract.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Three A's, 5 B's, 6 C's, 5 D's. Hopefully those A's are just for shootouts alone.
Probably.
So I will give them that.
That's a surprising amount of A's for sure. I'm actually pretty shocked about that.
Yeah. Next up, we got newly extended Pavel Mintyukov. Mike?
Yeah, the $7 million man, right?
7.2.
Yeah, 7.2. I don't want to forget that 200K there. Yeah.
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 Hey, if he doesn't want it, I'll take the 200K.
Right. Yeah. No, I like Minchikoff's game. I thought it was good. It was solid. I mean, he played 73 games. He had 22 points. Didn't really do much in the playoffs. I felt like he didn't have a great season, didn't have a bad season. Of course, there was the rumors about, hey, in the last 2 seasons about not playing with Zellweger, the rotation with Hellison. There was kind of some of that distraction going on. And then obviously they kept him and traded Zellweger. So for me, I I think he's solid, but it wasn't anything. I wasn't like wowed too much. So for me, it was kind of like the B minus C plus range. I think he's solid. I don't think he's a top 2. I know there's like some people talk about that expectation of that. Maybe he can get there, but I see him more as a middle pairing centerman. I think he's good, but I'd say B minus C plus.
Adam?
I got to give him a C minus. I mean, as a 10th overall draft pick, you expect more out of him. He's kind of middle of the road. I mean, it's only his 3rd season, but just C minus. Because of the expectations of what he is for his draft pick. But I mean, he's there. He's decent defenseman, but he still has time to grow, and he's young enough that he's gonna grow.
Yep. Chris?
Yeah, I'm in the C plus B range for him. I do like his game a lot. You could tell he went through some growing pains this past season, which is going to happen. He's still very young, and I do feel bad for him now with his cap hit. I feel like it's going to get people to be on him a little bit more because we're in this weird in-between where the cap hit for like certain players going forward is going to be crazy, but the cap is going up so much that these cap hits aren't going to be. We're in a weird in between where people don't really know how to react right now to how much money these guys are going to be making. So I do feel bad for him because he's going to have a lot more pressure on him for being, for making 7.2 million going forward. But I'm excited to see how much he grows. Like Mike said, he didn't do a ton in the playoffs. But hopefully that's some really good experience for him. And going into next year, the expectations are probably going to be higher. Definitely not a top pairing guy, but you would hope second pairing, and you would hope that he can kind of become more of that shutdown guy that we kind of lack. And yeah, I'd lean towards a C plus B in that range.
No, I agree. I would say C plus, B minus. I wish we got a little bit more for him because there was just so much talk about him being a great 2-way defender. We still haven't fully seen it yet. But I think next year, we might see it more. I want to say if he gets the right defensive partner, I think that could be a big difference because he really has never had a subtle, I think his best season was when we had Labushkin with him.
Oh God,
because you had the Russian connection. You forgot about that, huh?
Yep.
I feel because they were just always on the same pair, so I think it was the most consistent partner he's ever had.
Mm-hmm.
He's never really had a full-time partner. So I think that's especially for a young player, it's kind of hard to. You're playing in the NHL, and 2, you haven't really had the same guy play with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like once they establish that, which I hope Jensen is that guy for Minchikov, because I think that'd be a good fit for him. I think that can really help him out. So I hope eventually he does become a $7.2 million player. But I would give him a C plus B minus as well. Dad?
I'd probably give him a C plus. The one thing I find funny is that we both signed a defenseman during the offseason, and it's a $200,000 a year difference in price. And one scored 40 points, the other scores 22. It seems like maybe a little bit of an overpayment, maybe right at this moment. But then again, Chicago paid Byram what, $12 million?
Yeah.
I thought that was you thought 12 and a half. I thought that was the biggest overpayment. I just don't see him being that good. Maybe he'll surprise me. But Mintyukov is young. I think he's got a lot to learn. I agree with Cody that you get having a great partner sometimes helps unlock your abilities to play because you're maybe not having to cover for the other guy all the time. Because if you're playing good hockey like that, but C plus, I think that's about it.
I think this is the one player I forgot to add on the thing, so I'm looking for it. I'm trying to find it.
One player?
Yeah, the one player I forgot to add on the. Is it Ryan Strom?
So we all have to grade him without prior knowledge?
No, I just the screenshot. Or is it right here? There it is. I found it.
Oh, for Mintikov?
Yeah. Did I just said something about that's weird.
Yeah, it's funny. Every time you put somebody on, everybody moves around.
Let's see. What's this at? I can read. Cool. Yeah, 1A, 17 Bs, 1 C. All right. And then
not bad.
Mike, we'll wait for you to leave and then come back in. That way we can get you recording. All right.
Bye, Mike.
Well, I guess while he's doing that, I guess we can do our little DraftKings ad real quick. So, I mean, we still don't have a script for the DraftKings, so I think we're just kind of winging it. But, the World Cup is going on right now. So head over to DraftKings and you can bet on the World Cup. We still have 1.5 games left. I know, Chris, you're a big soccer guy like me. Chris, our favorite teams are rivals. I'm a Chelsea fan.
Oh, you are? That's right. That's right. I don't mind Chelsea, though. I don't mind Chelsea.
No, I don't like I said, I hate City, but I like certain players.
Gotcha.
I like Holland. I liked Mraz when he was there. Like, there's certain players I always loved watching. But just head over to DraftKings. Let's see if I can pull up. I don't even have the ad with me either.
Should be a good final.
Yeah, I mean, the game going on right now was not competitive at all. I don't know if you're paying attention to that, Chris.
No, I forgot.
Do you want me to tell you what the score is right now at halftime?
Yeah, go for it.
4-0 England.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was not. I think France is just like, if it's not gold medal, we don't care.
Right.
That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. But head over to the DraftKings, use code THPN, and you can get more on bonus bets and win some money. I put $5 on England, and it looks like I'm going to hit it.
There you go.
Yeah, I was shocked. Very shocked on seeing that. So head over to DraftKings, use code THPN. The crown is yours. I know I have that. Here it is.
Bet with DK Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, that text pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Void in Ontario. Event contract trading with DraftKings predictions involves risk of loss. Sportsbook bonus bets expire in 7 days. $50 in predictions dollars issued weekly for 3 weeks expire in 1 year. Redeem one non-withdrawable reward. Availability varies. Predictions offer void in New York. Ends June 28. Terms at dkng.co/audio.
All right. If only we had Lou here to say the crown is yours.
Right.
I will say he does that very well. All right. Next up, someone we need to see more of, no pun intended, but Ian Moore. Hopefully more on defense than forward.
Right.
Chris, what are your thoughts on Ian Moore so far?
Didn't have a lot of expectations going in, but he did surprise me a lot with the way he was able to play forward and defenseman. To be able to do both, I think that's pretty cool. And to really not miss a beat. I mean, he went through some growing pains, of course. He's still young, but I think I have to give him a B just because I really like him. I think he's a solid guy to have in the lineup. I think Derek Lee from the Hockey News is the one that called him a Swiss Army knife, and that's just perfect. It's perfect. That's exactly what he is, and he just, he's reliable. You can, if they want to go 11-7, if they have some injuries, and he needs to slot in, and that on a wing on the fourth line, he can do it and not really miss a beat. And it's funny because he played so much on the wing. I think a lot of people forgot that he was actually pretty decent on defense. And he went back to the blue line, and I thought he did well. So
it was so weird the NHL still had him as a forward,
right,
and everything, not defenseman, right. Forward. Adam.
Even though it's his rookie season, he had a hell of a season. I mean, I didn't even really know who Ian Moore was until he actually started playing. So I didn't have much of an expectation from him. I give him a B just because it is his rookie season. I can't really give him that A, but I mean, as I like to joke around, and I know I've told Cody, for me personally, he's the Kiki Hernandez of the Anaheim Ducks. Like wherever you need him, they'll slot him in. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if next season, who knows, he might be an e-bug and come out, in pads one day. But yeah, I give him a solid B for what he did this season, because even though he didn't have like the greatest stat line, I mean, he was always there. He was always a presence. Even when they put him on forward, he'd find ways to get in front of the net or get those corner battles won. So I give him a B.
I'd give him an A just because what he was able to do as a rookie, playing forward, defense, he was part of the shutdown line in the Edmonton series with Washi and VL. Who would have thought that would have been one of the most entertaining lines in that series?
Right.
I tell you this, that was not on my bingo card. But just the way he played, you could tell he didn't look comfortable playing forward. And even after they took him out and he was healthy scratch, I'm like, oh my God, just put him on defense, please.
Right.
I'm like, and then they finally did it. And then that's when him and Zellweger started playing. I'm like, thank you. That's all I've been asking for was just that pairing. But I'd give him an A. I think he deserves it. The Swiss Army knife. I mean, what a great, there's worse nicknames. And I think that's a great nickname.
That's an awesome nickname. Yeah.
Dad?
I'd give him a B+. I thought he met the need that the Ducks needed, and he went out and he didn't hurt him. I mean, he went out and did his job. Yeah. So I give him a B+.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find the Ian Moore one. I know I had it.
Is Mike coming back?
I haven't seen him try to join. That's what I didn't have. I can't find the Ian Moore one. Did I not put this one? All right, no. So he had 4 A's, 13 B's, and 2 C's.
Okay.
So pretty good. Next up, we'll move on to Adam's favorite goalie of the year, Peter Mrazek. Adam, I'll let you start this one off.
I give him a D. I mean, every time that he started, you were wondering which Mrazek was going to show up.
Yeah.
You didn't know if he was actually going to provide a solid a game or if he was going to be that liability. I mean, how many times did he give up 4 or 5 goals in a game, but we got lucky and the Ducks scored 5 or 6. So I mean, he was definitely below expectations, and I give him a D. I mean, I can't be harsh and give him an F because he actually had a couple of good games in there and he wasn't terrible the entire time. But yeah, I can't get behind Mrazek, and best wishes to him on his next venture. But I'm glad he kind of had an early exit.
Yeah, let's just say we knew pretty quickly he was not coming back when he unfollowed everything Ducks related. Chris?
Oh my gosh, I agree 100%. D minus maybe. I almost gave him an F. He was almost my first F, but his profile says he's Czech, but you think he was Swiss with how many goals he gave up. That was Swiss cheese. That was Swiss cheese in between the pipes, my guy. Like, there was no confidence that I had for him when he was starting. I'm like, Jesus. I mean, we always make the joke that we had to outscore our problems to begin with, and then you throw in a goalie like that, and it's like, we're going to need 9 tonight, and we're playing the Blue Jackets, and he's just going to, it's just terrible. So, I mean, I'm sure he's a great dude. I just, as a goalie, I think it's, if he doesn't stick in the NHL and he still wants to play, I think maybe Europe is the best bet for him because it's just not, his game's kind of gone. I used to like him. Like, I thought he was fine. He was a solid solid guy, solid backup a couple of years ago and stuff. But I don't know. He's kind of lost it.
Yeah, it's a GA from me for goals allowed. Um, but oh, here it is. We got Mike in now.
I'm a low-level beer league goalie, and
There you
I feel
go.
like I could have put up the stats that he put up.
Yeah. All right. Quickly, what's your grade for Ian Moore, Mike?
Ian Moore, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
All right, good. Sorry, I'm on the phone now. I don't know, my computer crapped out.
I'm
Ian Moore,
sorry.
Ian Moore, I give an A.
Okay.
For me, because the fact that you put him in the lineup and that he could play offense and defense, he wasn't expected to play, 67 games this season. Yeah, his offense maybe wasn't like amazing, but the fact that you could plug and play him anywhere in the lineup, to me, that he exceeded all expectations for that and the amount of games he played.
Okay. All right. We're gonna stick with you, Mike. Now go to your favorite goalie, Peter Mrazek.
All right, guys, this is my first F. First F. I give him an F. I'm serious. It was ridiculous. Every time he went in, I mean, I wasn't, that mad when they traded for him, but he came in and every game it was like you knew that he was going to give up at least 4 goals or more. I mean, he was just so awful. I felt for the guy, but dude, he was so bad in net. It was just ridiculous. After those first couple games, you were like, "Oh my God, we can't even trade this guy for a bag of pucks." I mean, he was rough.
Yeah.
I mean, of all the players on here, when I look through all the grades, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to give anybody an F, but I looked at Peter Mrazek, and I'm sorry, maybe F plus. I don't know. I mean, because he gave up 3 goals instead of 4 in a couple games. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he just was so bad. Unfortunately, he just really didn't work out for this team. I hope he gets healthy, and I wish him the best. I mean, he seems like the nicest guy, but of all the guys on the team, holy smokes, was he a liability?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
My,
as you came back in, I was making the joke of I'm a low-level beer leaguer, and I could have put up the same stats he did.
yeah.
Yeah, just terrible.
Yeah. I give. Don't worry, Mike. I didn't give him an F. I give him a GA for goals allowed. Okay. So. All right.
I liked his
Next.
pad setup.
Yeah, he did
Yeah,
have.
I agree.
Okay, we'll give him a B plus for that, A minus for that. Mrazek here was his what everyone gave him:
Oof.
1 B, 6 C's, 5 D's, and 7 F's. So yeah, a lot of people agree with you, Mike.
Yep.
Majority agrees with you.
Do you think Mrazek got a hold of this and voted B?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Someone voted B for his pads.
I'm pretty sure he unfollowed everything Ducks, but maybe he saw the Royally part. He's like, "Oh, it's a Kings podcast, man." He's like, "Why are they posting about the Ducks so much?"
Right.
All right, next up is someone who I think that should have stayed in lineup a lot longer was Nikita Nestorenko.
Hey, Cody,
What's up?
can I grade him?
Oh, Mrazek?
Yeah.
No.
You guys don't even know how he started being a goalie. He was the stunt double for Goldberg in the 3rd movie. The first game where they were up 9-0 and gave up 9 straight goals. You guys didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, he actually was the one in goal.
Next
Anyways, an F for me. You would have gotten an A for playing against the Kings, though.
Yeah, I know. I bet. The Sharks fans love him.
Mhm.
All right. Now we'll go to Nikita Nestorenko.
Cody, real quick. I am at my heart out. I got to get going.
Okay.
I gotta prep for my crappy beer league game tonight. So
Well-
I will finish up the episode when it comes out. But yeah, it was good talking with you guys. You guys have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
We'll see you guys soon. And Gary and Cody, I'll definitely be chirping you guys next week.
All right, I'm looking forward to it.
Good luck.
Absolutely.
Good luck
Guys,
to
have
you
a
in
good
your
one.
game.
Thanks, Adam.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right. Now we got Nikita Nestorenko. All right, Mike.
There wasn't really a lot of expectation for him. I think you kind of talked about it. I mean, he came in, he played 29 games, a goal and a bunch of assists. I didn't really have a lot for him. He didn't play in the playoffs. I would have liked to see him more in the lineup, for sure. I think he's a great bottom 6 guy. So for me, just in the limited action we saw, I'd give him a B.
Okay. Chris.
I agree 100%. I would like to see more of him. I think when he is in the lineup, he's solid and he I don't feel like he got a fair shake, and I don't really know why. I thought he could have really worked out well in the bottom six there for most of the season, and even maybe a guy in the playoffs that you could look to if you needed like fresh legs or something, and just never really got that. So hopefully next season's better for him, and he gets a chance to shine a little more and maybe show what he has. But yeah, I agree. I would say B with what he was able to show.
I 100% agree. Uh, I liked him in the lineup. I think like a better version of Harkins.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I like what Harkins brings. I liked what Nestorenko brings. He had that, grinder. Like he always forechecked very well, fast, and I definitely I noticed that he caused a lot of turnovers when he was on the forecheck. So I'd give him a B plus. I like the way he plays.
He's got a great name.
Yeah, it really. Hey, who would have thought? Hey, who would have thought that we won the John Klingberg trade with that?
Right.
Dad?
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't play more because every time I saw him, he made a difference.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't make mistakes, really.
I'd say I'd give him a B to a B plus. I thought well, maybe he'll be playing more this year because they're going to have to get rid of some salary, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, and now we're going to go on to Ryan Whitney's least favorite player, Ryan Paling.
Nah.
All right, I'll leave this one off. It's an A for me. I wasn't expecting much for him. I was kind of like, who is Paling? Kind of like during the Zegras trade.
Right.
But after watching him play, I don't want him to leave Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the way what he brings. He's fast. He has some offensive play to his game, but I like him on the PK. He does pretty decently in the faceoffs as well. Could be better, but I like what he does. And he like I said earlier with the whole Gudis thing, he was that main forward in that 5-on-3 situation. So and he played majority of that 5-on-3. So I'm giving him an A. Mike?
Yeah, I give him an A too. I think he just exceeded expectations. Like you said, when he came in, it was like, who's this Ryan Paling guy? What does he do? And he had 11 goals in those games that he played. He almost played the whole season. He did well in the playoffs. Would get those shorthanded goals sometimes, would get in the transition game. He would make some great plays and whatnot. And I liked his two-way game and I liked his enthusiasm. And I really had no expectation because like we were talking about, I didn't know much about him when he came over. And then just the way that he played, I was like, man, this guy's great. I mean, he's fantastic and you can throw him in the lineup all over the place. And I think he was a great addition for this team.
Yeah. Chris?
Yeah, I agree. Definitely an A. Sucks for him when the trade happened because he kind of had to. He was the guy that we got from the Zegras trade, so he has to live with that. But I think he fits this team so well, and he fits his role really well with this team. So it's definitely an A. I love how he plays. He's definitely one of my favorites. To put up 36 points, I think was really good, and to be that dangerous shorthanded, I think is a nice addition to the Ducks. So yeah, I agree, man. It's definitely got to be an A.
Dad?
Well, I can remember Cody crying that Philadelphia.
Okay, first of all, did not cry.
It's okay. It's okay to cry.
He cried. They robbed us. They didn't give us enough. And I go, well, have you checked out that Paling guy? He's probably going to be one of your top penalty killers for one. And he brought a lot more offense than they thought he would.
Yeah.
I go, and I think another player that got the Ducks into the second round and not being a star, he produced. I totally agree with all you guys. He got an A, no doubt about it. And he took losing Zegras a little easier to take, Cody, right?
100%. 100%.
All right, well, here's what everyone had to say about Paling. We had 5 A's, 12 B's, 2 C's.
Hey, our D guy missed him.
Yeah. Didn't last year when we did didn't like someone give Cutter like an F last year?
Yeah, somebody did.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was like, man, we need to hunt that person down.
I mean, there's always someone who likes to buck the trend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Next up is our man-child, Beckett Seneca. Chris, you want to take this one?
Oh my God. Easy A.
Yeah.
There's not much more to say. He was outstanding.
Yep.
Great rookie season. 60 points. He played all 82. I mean, everyone's comparing him to a young Corey Perry, and he kind of has that side of his game. He's kind of a little rat out there. We kind of saw that a little more as the season went on, and oh my gosh, once he puts on some more muscle and he gets stronger on his stick, he's going to be a big problem. I think 60 points. I mean, he's not even reaching what the potential that he has. So it's an easy A.
Mike?
Oh, absolutely. Just like what Chris said, a lot of people didn't think he was, even myself didn't know if he was going to be with the team the whole season. He absolutely was. He crushed it. And like we talked about Kreider and goal celebrations, I always like Seneca when he scores the goals. He's like, he had that one where he fell on the ice and he's like, arms up in the air, laying on his back. Right. And then there's just other ones where he's just pumped up. That guy is he's high energy. That's kind of how my personality is too. When people see me at work, they're like, are you on something? I'm like, no, I'm just positive. I like to, give it my all and look at the bright side of things, right? Like be uplifting. I just feel, like Chris said, we've just seen a glimpse of what he did this last season. And I mean, he can only go up from here.
Yeah, you give off golden retriever vibes, Mike, and I love it. Honestly, I'm with you on that one. I'm a golden retriever personality too. So you and I are a lot alike. So I like that. It's an easy A for me. A+ but that's some of the stupid penalties he does take.
Yeah.
Like that one cross check he did in the playoffs. I was like, oh man, that's not the time or place to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I think once he matures, he's going to be so dangerous. And honestly, I'm glad that Crone is not coaching him.
Right.
Because
Thank God.
because what they allow, like what Q allowed him to do offensively, like just to take those risks, because he just did these random plays out of nowhere. And you could tell, like, the more he played, each game he got more mature. You could tell, like, some of the plays he tried to do in the beginning, like, why would you do that? Then the next time something happened, he's like, nah. He's like, it didn't work last time. I'm gonna do a different play this. So, like, you could tell, like, he was developing more and more throughout the year. And you noticed it. I noticed it really easily. But it's an easy A for me as well. Uh, we have a couple people to attack. 3 C's. Come on.
Yeah.
3 C's.
Forget your dad again.
Oh, sorry, Dad. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah,
Don't ever say that again, please.
Anyways, I was reading a text from Beckett, and he goes, "Who called me little?" He goes, "I'm 6'3".
Yeah.
He's 6'3". We saw him in the rookie face-off over there in Irvine. We were there.
I was not impressed.
He did not look like an NHL player, and I got to tell you, wow! I'm totally A+, A+, A+.
Seneca
I mean,
Nation.
even with the rookie mistakes he made, he gets an A+ from me.
Yeah.
So
I would say Sukhanuk looked better in the rookie face-off, and he scored on himself. We were at that game. We were sitting right next to Kyle Carr when it happened, too.
Yeah.
I was just like, what?
The funny thing about that, the best rookie in the whole thing was the goalkeeper for the Kings.
Well, that was remember Ducks podcast today.
Carter George. If it wasn't for him, it would have been 10-3.
Yeah. But
I mean,
Seneca was just what you're saying. He was not noticeable in that rookie face-off.
I can't hear you, Cody.
Can't hear
I
me?
think your mic's out, Cody.
Oh man.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Did I mute myself?
I passed along my technological issues to you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Make
That
sure
always
everything's
happens.
plugged in. You didn't
All right, how about now?
mute yourself, did you?
No? Can you not hear me?
I can't hear you still.
Yeah.
All right, give me. Let's see.
Sign language won't work.
That's what happened to me. I logged in on the computer back again, and then it's like, oh, there's no mic. I'm like, wait a second. We just were on here for over an hour, and it didn't work. So I'm like, well, I'll just go to the cell phone. Like, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
stuff happens.
Still not
Can
working.
you not hear me? Still no.
Yeah, we had problems with our earlier podcast.
Oh,
Couldn't
did
even
you?
go live, so
Mm.
he's trying
It
to figure it
happens.
out.
I don't know what's going on.
It happens, man. I mean, sometimes the internet connection just goes out sometimes. Like where I live, my cell phone service is like the worst. I don't know what it is. And I think I looked up because I have AT&T and like there's one like little square on my street where it's horrible. And of course that's where I live.
Oh.
Is that little square. It's like, so it's just whenever people try to call me at home, I'm like, just text me because the phone doesn't work.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
Well, I know we're missing Cody right now, guys, but his little brother has peanut allergies, and when we moved from Lake Forest to Menifee, they wouldn't give us a landline, and I go, we have a kid that I go into shock.
Right.
Right.
And
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh.
Yeah, you're back.
He's back.
All right. Jesus. Not a great day for technology, is it?
No.
All right.
You passed it to me, and I passed it back to you.
Yeah, no
so
kidding.
Hopefully that we're done.
Has anyone ever watched the show How I Met Your Mother?
Mm-hmm.
You know the Blitz? I feel like that's just what happened.
Yeah.
All right. God, do I still have all the media stuff on here? I do not know. I think I lost all the screenshots.
That's okay.
All right. Well,
we're almost to the end.
Yeah, we're almost to the end. So, all right. Next up, we got Ryan Strom. All right. Chris.
He was tough. He was tough to grade because it's like he didn't do a ton, and then you kind of don't want to be too tough on him, I guess, because he didn't really. I don't know. I have to go D. I think when he was moved, it was much needed. He kind of needed to go. He was getting healthy scratched anyway. He barely played, and even when he was in the lineup, he was very, very slow. You could tell he wasn't playing often because he just wasn't up to speed with everybody. And I don't know, not a ton from him. I have to go D.
Mike?
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, he only played in, like a third of the season. I mean, there wasn't a lot of games, didn't get a lot of action. You expected more, right? You thought he was going to be in there and be playing a lot more for sure, like Chris said, and he wasn't. So part of it was his play, and part of it he fell out of favor of the coaching staff. So I'm kind of give him a little bit of leeway, so maybe C minus D plus somewhere in there. But yeah, he definitely didn't get what we got. What we thought we were going to get out of him for the season.
Yeah. Honestly, I would give him. I'm gonna be off from you guys. I'm gonna give him a B minus because he wasn't bad when he played.
No,
he just fell out of favor. And another reason why I give him a little bit higher is just because if he wasn't hurt in the beginning, we don't see Beckett. Because if Ryan Strom was healthy, I think Beckett goes back to juniors.
Yeah, maybe.
No, that's pretty much what I've heard, and I think that the Crash the Pond guys even said that something similar too.
Yeah.
So he wasn't the worst player. Like he wasn't like causing turnovers. Like he just played like just meaningful hockey out there. Like he wasn't bad, but he wasn't good. But I liked how he played. So I'm gonna give him a B minus. Honestly, it was something different. Dad, so I don't forget you this time.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to give him a B plus just because I loved him and Radko in the Hall of Fame store.
Yeah,
that was good. That was a great skit.
Yeah. So I will say I'm going to give him a B plus just for that.
I will say he is someone I cannot wait to be an analyst.
Right.
He's going to be good at that.
He's going to be so good, and I hope he goes on with Biz and he just makes fun of Biz the whole time. All right, so for Ryan Strom, we had 6 Bs, 9 Cs, 3 Ds, and 1 F.
Okay.
And hey, aren't you glad now that we traded away Strom last trade deadline? Because now we'd be even more cap hell if we still had
Oh
him.
my God, I know.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up, Troy Terry. All right, I'll start this one off. Man, I love watching him play. Sometimes you do get annoyed because he does hog the puck at times, but what he does with the puck when he does have it is just crazy. How he could just keep turning and spinning and finding a way. And him and Carlson together just are wonder. Like just a perfect 1-2 up there. If you could just have Cutter with them, someone that shoots the puck, man, that's gonna be a deadly first line. Or even Seneca with them. Because even Seneca has a really good shot too. But it's an easy A for me for Troy Terry. Just especially him at the end of the year with that hip issue he was having and still playing. And he was still almost a point a game player in the playoffs with that. It's an easy A for me. Chris?
I agree 100%. He's an elite playmaker. Just outstanding with the puck. It's like it's on a string every time he's out there. He's got a great shot. I wish he'd use it more because it's so good. But yeah, definitely an A. It's gonna be interesting to see how the team looks at the beginning of next season, since he's gonna be out probably until end of November, early December. That's gonna be hard to deal with. Hopefully, the Ducks can kind of survive that. But yeah, it's definitely an A. He's a very, very important piece to this team.
Yeah. Dad?
When they gave him that 7x7 contract, I thought, oh man,
I loved it.
Is he worthy of it?
I felt the same. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, this last season, I felt like he found himself. Even with the injury, he was key to get him to the second round. And I agree with you, Chris. They're going to miss him at the start of the season. It's going to hurt them. But then again, he's going to be getting healthy and 100%. And if he comes back anything like he did last season, what a plus. I mean, definitely A for me.
Yeah.
Definitely an A.
All right. Well, I found the things. Hopefully it shows up on here.
I'd give him an A+, by the way.
Oh,
yeah, you forgot Mike.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you for getting the sub-one besides
I'm so
me.
sorry. Sorry,
now,
Mike.
the reason why
Go ahead, Mike.
The reason why I do is, and I can't remember who, it might have been multiple people, but remember he couldn't even tie his own skates for like 4 or 5 months. And then he still was almost a point per game player in the regular season and the playoffs. That's ridiculous. We always talk about hockey players and how they're built differently, right? I mean, dude, you had to have your teammates tie your skates to even play. He couldn't even practice right towards the end of the season. He was sitting out all those, and he was still out there kicking butt. I mean, for me, it's an A+. I don't care who you are. I mean, you have that injury, you still got it out, you still are playing and one of the top performers on the team. Like you said, Gary, it's going to be rough missing him for those first couple of months of next season. I mean, to me, it's A+. Anybody that can deal with that and instead of being like, oh, I can't tie my skates, forget it. He's like, no, tie my skates. Whoever it was, I don't know who it was. Probably it was a team effort. But to me, when I heard that report, I mean, I already had a lot of affirmation for him anyways, but now it just like went through the roof. I mean, he's A+ for me.
Yeah, I think it was Zach Kavanaugh from the Sporting Tribune that posted that, where
I think you're right, Chris.
Where he couldn't tie his skates since like January. So
crazy.
That's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I do believe he's the heart of the Ducks.
Yeah.
He's the heart. They'll need that heart if they're going to make the playoffs this year.
I agree.
Yeah, I 100%. So we had 5 A's, 13 B's, and 1 C for Terry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
well, obviously the fans aren't as educated as we are.
They gotta read Zach's work more often. That's what it is.
Yeah, seriously. Or even Derek Lee or Patrick, man. Read some of their
all
stuff.
All 3 of those guys. Yeah, all 3 of them. They're the guys.
Eric Stevens too. Like all of them are great.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Jacob Trouba, the $8.25 million man now. Mike, since I forgot you last time, I'll let you start it off.
He was one of the ones I thought maybe that they would keep because remember we talked about earlier, I think, Chris, you talked about John Carlson, how like he would have been an addition to keep, but then we kind of got word that, hey, he wanted to go back east and be with his family, so that wasn't going to work out. I thought Trouba was great for this team. I thought he was a great senior presence, great veteran player. He had 10 goals, 25 assists, played, I think it was 81 games. It was almost the whole season that he played. He only had a goal in the playoffs, but I thought he was great. A couple of mistakes here and there, whatnot, but I thought he was solid. He got paid in that contract, which I don't think the Ducks would have done. That's part of the reason why he left, obviously. But I would say A-, B+. I'm gonna miss him. I thought he really did help, mentor the guys on the blue line, the younger players.
Chris?
I'll go B. I really liked him. It sucked to see him go, but once he signed that contract with San Jose, you kind of understood why he left. Because it's like the Ducks were in no position to be signing a guy in his 30s for that long and that much. It's just that's too much. I would have been okay with like 2 more years. That's what I was kind of hoping. But it sucks. It sucks that he's on the Sharks now. But yeah, I give him a B. I liked his presence on the team. I thought he was really solid.
I would give him C+, B- because I feel like he was really carried by Lacombe a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He did have some good moments, but like there was a lot of defense lapses for him as well. So it's hard for me to give him an A because I feel like Lacombe really carried him.
Okay.
And I mean, I feel like the Sharks are really going to find out that he's not worth the 8.25 really quick. Nothing against Trouba, but I think they're going to realize pretty quickly he's not worth that contract.
They have a scapegoat, and it's Darnell Nurse. So they'll blame everything on Darnell Nurse.
Oh, yeah. Trouba lets in a goal. Darn it, Nurse.
Yeah.
Dad?
Wow. $17.5 million for those two.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I mean,
and McCarr and Taves are worth less.
here's the funny thing you think about that. The Sharks really went crazy. And I think they're going to be pretty good, but that's gonna those long contracts are going to hurt them in the future.
Yeah,
you got to pay Celebrini. He's only making what, $900,000 or something.
Yeah,
I mean, $1 million.
Ridiculous. Most underpaid guy in hockey is Celebrini.
Right.
I would have given Trouba B-. I mean, I still can't believe they paid him. Was it 4 years, right?
4 years.
8.25. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Well, Trouba got 4 A's, 13 B's, 1 C, and 1 D. All right. Next up, we have Frank Vetrano.
So it's Chris's dogs. I've heard. I had to shut ours up because it was going crazy.
Yeah, they're getting.
I'm surprised
restless.
mine isn't going off because we have people like working around our house and our dog's been going off all day.
Yeah.
So I think my father-in-law's in there to shut him up in the garage with him. It was either me or my father-in-law that had to go in there and be with him to shut him up like that. But Chris, what Vetrano?
It's my first F. I almost gave Mrazek the F. He got like the D-, but yeah, Frank gets the F. 50 games played, and I feel like you'd fool everybody if you told them that he played 50 games because he was just, I don't know what happened to him. I mean, you can maybe factor in the line mates. Maybe he just didn't have a lot of help. He kind of wasn't put in a great position, I guess, to succeed. So I give him, I'll cut him some slack there. But overall, just 9 points in 50 games is just not great. I give him an F, and he's probably one of the veteran forwards that gets shipped out to make some room here for a cutter contract. So I would not be shocked if he's moved very soon.
Well, we need him and Kreider moved probably sooner rather than later.
Yes, definitely.
I'll give him a D just because yes, I agree with he probably deserves the F, But after having surgery on his shoulder, I think it was, and he did lose his brother to cancer too.
True.
So
yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah, so I mean, just losing anyone hurts, but losing someone like your brother that you don't expect to lose that quick,
Right.
I will give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. I just wish Verbeek would have, instead of extending him, traded him at the right time, because I feel like that would have been made more sense. But then again, what Verbeek does doesn't usually make sense. But I would give him a D, in my opinion. Mike?
Yeah, I'm with you too. This is a tough one. Like Chris said, I hate to say it, but F for Frank. But I mean, he lost. I know, but he lost his brother to cancer and was dealing with that in the middle of the season. I mean, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, but the performance wasn't there, like Chris said. I mean, you're right. He played 50 games and you hardly noticed him. The thing that was frustrating to me is that he would lose his temper and take extremely dumb penalties. That was the thing that really burned me. It was the lack of offense too. We all saw that. And yes, they should have traded him when he was at that peak. We talked about on our show was like, hey, he's worth a lot now. Trade him now, and they didn't. They extended him, like you said. But and maybe it's the anger with his brother thing. I don't know 100% there, but there was just times that you would see him like body slam someone, right? There were a couple of those times you kind of laughed, you thought it was funny, but then it was like, Frank, why are you doing that? Like,
Right.
this is dumb, dude. Like, hit the guy and move on. Don't. He would like go over top on some of the stuff, and then he'd put the Ducks in a hole with some of the penalties. And so to me, it just that on top of the lack of scoring really, really sank him this season. I mean, it's rough. And yeah, if you're talking about moving someone for Cutter, I mean, to me, that's the obvious choice, sadly. And it sucked because he was so good. And then they just roller coaster up, roller coaster way down.
Mm-hmm. Dad?
Well, he had definitely a very poor season, but a lot of it is because he wasn't put in a position to really succeed.
Right.
So a lot of it isn't his fault. And then, of course, when you have family member and they're sick like his brother was, it devastates you emotionally. And, hockey, you have to be 100% focused. I mean, these guys are elite athletes. I mean, they're incredible. They're running around on razor blades, hitting each other going, I don't know, 22 miles an hour. And they get up after being hit 9 out of 10 times and aren't rolling around grabbing their knees or their ankle or their head, making a total spectacle of themselves like another sport does.
Like the one I'm watching right now?
I see. Yeah. I mean, as much as I can appreciate that sport, I mean, that part of it is the only reason I think it's not so big in America, because, we don't want to play with a bunch of sissies.
And yet everyone loves LeBron for some reason.
Not me.
I hate him. I hate him. I'm just happy I can cheer for the Lakers again. Okay?
We got rid of him.
Yes.
I can root for the Lakers again. I've been 100%. I've been a Laker fan for 63 years, and ever since he joined the team, I haven't watched.
I wasn't even happy when they won the championship. I was like, okay.
No, me neither.
Yeah. So what's nice to know, I have great company.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like mines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chris, when I was talking, was it Desert Shark about that in the chat? How we were making fun of Messi right now is getting like the LeBron treatment in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my, I can't. And I want Argentina to lose just because of that. Like, I'm like, please just let them win to win. Like, I don't want to see. I will say England messed up the other day. Yes. I wanted England to win just because I wanted England to win only because I didn't want Argentina to go on.
Right.
That's the only reason. And I like some of the England players because, I mean, my favorite team is in England too. So.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah. But Frank Vetrano got 1 A, 4 Bs. Yep, 4 Bs.
Whoa.
7 Cs, 6 Ds, and I think I found the 1 F. Chris.
So, how many kids does he have?
Vetrano?
Yeah, well, I'm wondering how many of his family members voted in this thing.
Yeah, because they
because how many A's did you say? 4?
No, 1.
4 B's?
4 B's.
Yeah.
There's 5 people that didn't watch him play.
Right.
I mean, Ryan Strom could have put the A for him.
There you go.
Maybe Strom made 5 accounts and voted. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Look, let's not make it too obvious. I'll put 1 A, 4 B's.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. It's not hard to set up a new Google account.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, the man we were shocked that why did Verbeek get him, but now we all love him and we'll probably miss him a little bit, is Jeffrey VL. I mean, it's an A for me just because I was expecting him to be in a goal in the San Diego, to be honest.
Right.
And all right, it stopped recording for you again, Mike. Oh no, you're good. Never mind.
I should be back. Do you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
I keep getting notifications. Oh,
Somebody tried to call me.
Oh, okay. So, all right, we're good.
Oh,
then.
that's what it was.
Okay.
Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, someone tried to call me. Like, come on, man, I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah,
Don't call me.
Do not disturb. Come on. Come on. Don't you know we're talking about the Ducks now?
Yeah, priority number 1. Hello.
Yeah, exactly. But Jeffrey Vale is an easy A for me. I mean, just what he brought in the Edmonton series, and now he got a 5-year deal because of us with Tampa. So I think it's an A because I wasn't expecting him to be even to do anything as a Duck.
Same,
And he had a couple big goals for us in the playoffs too. So it's an A for me. Chris?
Yeah, I'll go B plus. I think he fit in really well, and I really liked him as a Duck. It sucked to see him go. But if that's the money he was asking, then I'm again not surprised, like the Trouba situation that he did move on. But I really liked him as a 4th liner, even sometimes a 3rd liner. Like he was a nice addition. So I'll give him a B plus.
Yep. Mike?
Yeah, I'm with you on there. I mean, when they traded for him, I thought this guy just a bottom 6 grinder. I mean, there's some of that in there obviously too. But then, like we were talking about, yeah, he had some timely goals. He got some assists. It just surprised me. I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, I was kind of bummed to see him go. But I would give him an A-. I mean, I thought it was great. I mean, I had 0 expectations. I thought he was going to come in and not really do a whole lot, and I felt like he was kind of like a little spark plug for the team. And I thought he gave him a little jump in their step during some of these games.
Yep. Dad?
Yeah, I didn't know who the hell he was.
Nobody did. Only Verbeek knew.
And I go, and he came in and he did a great job. I give him a B plus, A minus. I thought he did a good job.
Yep. So VL got 5 A's, 10 B's, and 4 C's.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, next up, we got the washing machine himself, Tim Washy. Mike?
I felt Tim was kind of like in that category, Nestorenko. I felt like, he got 39 games. He could have played more. But I think he came in and he played a great role. I didn't really have a lot to expect from him either. I didn't really know much about Tim Washy, and he kind of fit in that lineup and got in there and scored some, just a couple goals and had some assists here and there. And he played in all the playoff games. He didn't do anything super great, but he didn't really do anything super wrong. So, I mean, for me, I would say he'd be in the B range.
Yep. I can agree with that. Chris?
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think he fits the role really well as a 4th line center. I think he's perfect in that role. He's very good on the faceoff dot, and the points aren't there, but I mean it's kind of what you expect from a 4th liner. He's not going to get a ton of ice time, but I do feel like when he is out there, he makes the best of it. I think he's a very good option for the Ducks down the middle, and I definitely think a B is perfect.
Yeah. I mean, you guys said it. I agree. It's a B minus for me. I thought he did well in the face-offs for us, and again, he had a deal with helped shut down the McDavid line.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Dad,
I'd give him a B plus, A minus because you guys really didn't have, other than Granlund, a really decent face-off guy, and he came in and made a huge difference, I think, in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think he took a lot of really important face-offs for you guys. And a lot of people don't think that's important. I'm a big believer that it is. I mean, possession of the puck. If you have possession of the puck, it's hard to score on you, right?
Yeah.
So it's the best defense is to have the puck in your possession, and he always helped that. I'd say B+, A- for him.
And an A+ nickname.
Yes.
Right.
All right. He got 6 A's, 6 B's, and 7 C's.
Okay.
All right. And our last player, who's sadly no longer with us because he moved on to one of our panel's favorite teams, Olin Zellweger. Yes, I listen to you guys. I know the Sabres are one of your teams, Chris.
Yeah, it's my hometown.
All right. So we'll start with you, Chris. What are your thoughts on Olin Zellweger as a Duck and now a Sabre?
Last season for the Ducks, I got to give him, I feel like an A, maybe even a B+. Like, I thought he was really solid. He's a very good young defenseman. It sucked to see him get traded, but you kind of saw it coming. We all kind of knew. We talked about it on the Later Rivals a lot during the season that when this offseason arrived, Verbeek was probably going to have to make a decision on if he was keeping Zellweger or Minchikov, and he made his decision. So it sucks to see him go. He's a very good skater. He's very good with the puck. Still young, he still, makes mistakes, but defensemen, they do take longer to get to their potential. And but I definitely have to say A, and I wish him all the best in Buffalo. I think the Sabres are really going to like him. I think he's going to fit in well there with Dahlin and Owen Power, and I feel like Sabre fans are really going to enjoy him.
Yeah. Mike?
Yeah, I'm with Chris. I'd say, A- somewhere in there for sure. I mean, he did great. He played 76 games, 22 points. He just I guess fell out of favor at the end, right? Because he didn't really play much in the playoffs, but he came in and had an impact, and I wish he was still on the team. He's the one, like I said earlier in the show, I don't think he should have been traded. I think the writing was somewhat on the wall, like Chris said, because there was the whole thing with him and Minty going back and forth, and it seemed like Minty was, more the one that they were going with a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I like his two-way game. His work ethic too. Like, he's always out there, early in the, I think it's Zach that usually shows it too. He's out there early skating before the games, and he stays out. He's one of the last ones off the ice. He always puts the work in, and that's the thing about him. And I think he has such a great attitude. And like Chris said, yeah, Buffalo, they're gonna love having him there.
Yeah. Honestly, I think they're gonna love him. A very cheap Byron, Bone Byron for them.
Yep.
And I think he's gonna fit in perfectly, and I'm definitely gonna miss him here. And if I could find the screenshot I found of him scoring that game-tying goal against Vegas.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, just that
Yes.
face alone, man. I'm like, yeah, I love it.
That
I
was
love a good goal
beautiful.
celebration. But yeah, it's a A- B+ for me with him. Dad?
Yeah, I'm really shocked that they didn't keep him. Because he was one of those 3 defensive award winners when they were all in the minors, right?
Well, Mintikov was one of them too.
Yeah, I just he. In fact, I think not to bring up a king, but Clark didn't even make the junior team because Zellweger was on it, and that one year, and I mean Zellweger played great in juniors, and I thought he was part of that future.
Right.
I was shocked when they traded him, to be honest with you. But then again, now they got rid of Byram. There's a nice replacement for him. I had to give him a B+.
Okay.
So
All right, let's see. Where's the tab? Zellweger got 2 A's, 11 B's, and 11 B's and 6 C's. So that is our last player. Now these next ones are going to go fairly quick because they're assistant coaches. First one is the goaltender coach Peter Budaj. Chris?
Yeah, I'd give him a. I mean, I think the goalies have been fine. I'd give him a B+.
Yeah.
I've
Mike?
liked him since he's been with the Ducks.
Same.
Same thing. I think B plus. I mean, like we all talked about this earlier in the show. Just Dostal carrying the load this year and getting overworked with extra stuff. And I think Budaj did the best he could with the situation he had, and Mrazek, going out, and then Husso filling in. So yeah, I'd say B plus.
Yep, Dad.
Well, Budaj, I can remember him playing for the Kings when they really sucked. And he came in and actually was a pretty decent goalie who nobody else wanted.
I liked him as a goalie. Avalanche,
Yeah.
he was good with the Avs.
Yeah, but I mean, he came in with the Kings and they were a little more competitive once they brought him in. And I think he did an okay job with the Ducks. I think it's not their goaltending. Their defense needs work, and their goaltending will see the results of that because it's a team game, and if everybody's not doing their job, that's when goals are scored. So, and there's I know that Dostal had, especially at the start of games, given up that first goal pretty quick problem, and it not necessarily was always the defensive team's fault,
Right.
but. I thought he did okay. I give him a B. Budaj.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. B.
B for Budaj.
Yeah, B for Budaj. There you go. A for a name. Okay.
Yes.
And speaking of A's, Tim Army. I forgot what he does exactly, but I mean, I'm gonna give him a B. I forgot what he helps with, but I know he's been there for a while, and he's probably been one of the most consistent coaches on the Ducks staff for a while. Chris?
Yeah, I agree. I'd go with B. A lot of the coaches, I feel like probably in that B, C range, I would say.
Mike?
Yeah, I think his focus was on player development. So I mean,
Okay.
I'd give him in the B plus range. I think he is the most senior one, like you said. So I think he kind of had his hand kind of in everything. I know they don't usually talk too much about whose roles or what all the time, but I think he was kind of in that area. So yeah, it sounds good to me.
Dad?
Yeah, I give him a B.
Okay. Next up, assistant coach Andrew Brewer. I think he helps with the defense, I want to say, but he's not the main defensive guy. I'm gonna give him a B. So, Chris?
I'd say about C plus.
Okay. Mike?
Yeah, I'd say C plus. I think he does a lot of the video work and whatnot, but yeah, I'd say C plus.
Dad?
C.
Okay.
Their defense needs help.
Well, I think he was the video guy, like
I
what
don't
Mike
care.
was saying. So.
The video guy, he's got to fix those problems, right?
Yeah.
You got to
All
get that defense going, right?
Yeah. All right. Now I know this guy's the defensive coach, Ryan McGill. Honestly, it's gonna be a C minus for me.
Yeah.
I think that's self-explanatory. Chris?
Yeah, I'll go maybe D. I mean, he is working with a lot of young defensemen, so maybe got to cut him a little slack, I guess. But yeah, I gotta go D plus maybe.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, I'm in there too. I mean, he wasn't that great defensively, so I'd say C minus D plus.
Dad?
I'm going to give him a C because, he's not the one that gathers the talent that they have.
True.
He has to just try to make them better, and they need to make some changes. So that's going to be on that Beaky guy. I think he's more of the blame for that than actually that coach is.
Yeah. All right. Last assistant coach, Jay Woodcroft. Mike?
I give him a solid B, maybe B plus. I think he did good. I think he was maybe stronger during the beginning of the season, and I know some people kind of towards the later end it wasn't as good as you thought. I mean, I thought the power play did better in the beginning, then kind of got inconsistent and streaky and whatnot in there. But I think he was still solid. I mean, he can be a head coach on any of these teams, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he's been there, done that. So I would say B plus.
Yeah. Chris?
Yeah, he surprised me, honestly. He did a lot better than I anticipated. But I might have to go C just because of the inconsistencies with the power play. It was so up and down. You were hoping that the power play would be a lot better. They have the talent, I feel, to be a really good power play. So I don't know. I just don't think it was all there. I don't know if it's him specifically or the players that are put out there in that position. I don't know, but I would give him a C.
Yeah, for me, C plus. It would have been higher even if the power play was just consistent. I'm not asking for a 90% power play, but just a consistent one.
Mm-hmm.
But I am happy.
Power play. You get a 90% power play, you're winning the Stanley Cup.
Well, yeah, not necessarily. Ask Edmonton. But I'm gonna give him a B plus, or sorry, a C plus. Dad.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hadn't gotten a job because maybe he didn't make a big enough difference with the Ducks. People stopped believing in him because I thought he was a strong candidate for a head coaching position.
I thought Toronto was going to hire him, honestly.
I thought the Kings were going to hire him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought too. In fact, I have a coworker that is so ticked that they didn't hire Woodcroft. They hired Lavalette. So, I mean, we're not really on speaking terms because he's a complainer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, second to last one is head coach Joe Quenneville. I'll start. It's an easy A for me. He turned this team from a non-playoff team to taking us to the second round. Really just helped this team be better. It would have been an A plus if it wasn't for some of those, horrible losing streaks we had in the season.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an A for me. Mike?
Yeah, it's an easy A. I mean, come on, we got back to the playoffs the first time since 2018, and you knocked out Edmonton in the first round. They really could have beat Vegas too. They just had a couple of goose egg games in there, unfortunately, against Vegas. They could have easily gotten to the Western Conference Final. So to me, it's an easy A for Coach Q.
Yeah, Chris?
I agree. It's an A. He really rallied the team, and it was very questionable when they hired him, for obvious reasons. Just with everything that has happened in his past. But no one questioned him being a good coach. The issue of him being hired wasn't his coaching abilities. It was a lot of other stuff. But definitely an A. He's a good coach. He's a very, very good coach. He's it shouldn't be too surprising that he was able to be the guy to come in and get the Ducks back to the playoffs. So definitely an A.
Dad?
I would give him an A, and honestly, I think the Ducks outplayed Vegas.
I agree.
Most of the time, they just didn't. They just didn't finish well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, he's got to get an A. I was shocked he didn't get more votes for Coach of the Year because he took a team that was non-playoff.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said though, with the Knights series, I was confused almost nightly that the Ducks were not leading that series.
We got
Vegas.
We got goalied.
We did, and
we did.
One thing that the Vegas Golden Knights did really, really well was take advantage of their opportunities. The Ducks didn't give them a lot, but when they did give them a little bit of space, or if they fumbled a puck, a bad turnover, the Knights made them pay for it. They took advantage of a young Ducks team when they needed to. But yeah, it was hard to believe that we lost that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the game 6, you definitely lost that.
Yeah, that was the
other
worst one.
5 games. I think you could have won all of the other 5 games.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I would say game 3, I think that was all Vegas too.
Game 3?
Yeah. Because I think that was the first one, Vegas, I think, really won.
Yeah.
So,
it was another poor start. It was the poor starts, really, if you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
It was those first periods in game 3 and 6. That's what it was. If they would have played better in those first periods, then we would have been talking about them going the next round for sure.
Exactly. All right. Last one. Or Dad, you went right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Last one. Now, this is based on last year. Let's put it out there right now.
Are you sure?
This is tough.
This is based on last year.
It's tough to block out what's happened.
All right. Pat Verbeek. Based on last year alone. I want to get that out there. Chris.
Well, okay, I'll go first since all you Duck guys are chicken to do it. You know,
That's probably
you
best.
take away this off season,
Yeah.
they went to the second round. They could have gotten to the Western Conference Finals. He brought in Cutter. He was part of the draft. Seneca and Carlson. I would give him an A.
Okay.
Off season, a different grade, but I'd give him an A.
Yeah.
So,
Chris.
Oof, it's tough. It's tough trying to block out everything that's happened because these last few weeks have felt like a full season of stress.
yes, they have.
Seriously.
So
Stressful.
I mean, if you go by just obviously just the regular season, I would go B just because he got Lacombe signed. We were worried about them going into this off season with all these RFAs, so it was nice for him to get one out of the way before the season started. He put together a good team. He made some additions. The VL addition helped. We didn't believe it would help at first, but it really did. So I mean, the Mrazek thing was maybe a little tough to swallow, but I don't hate having a GM that wants to take shots and at least try to see what works, and he's okay with just if it goes bad, he's okay with maybe benching that player or dealing with that player. I'll go B. I'll just go B.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm in that area too. I mean, okay, we won't talk about the last week or two, right? But
based off
okay,
the 25,
this
26
is right.
grades.
Right. So I mean, he did sign Lacombe, but he didn't get Cutter and Leo done during the season. So that was my big thing that irritated me. And we can have a whole nother show for an hour about who we want to blame because everybody was pointing fingers at this guy, that guy. I'm not here to rehash that. I'm kind of done. We did it on our last show. I'm like, I'm done talking about the Carlson saga.
Yeah.
Right. It takes the agents and the GM. It's both. We can debate all that. But he wasn't able to get those other two guys signed. I would have liked for him to at least, either got Cutter or Leo signed during the season, and he didn't. But in terms of the play, yes, the team did better. Obviously, Coach Q is a big part of that. They were competitive. They almost won the division. They got to the playoffs. They got the second round. For me, the special teams were still not great, which that was where I was disappointed. You had the penalty kill is at 76%, 27th in the league. I mean, that's terrible. I mean, you got to get that higher. Power play was 18.6. Still bottom half of the league. I didn't like what I saw there. But the other things that some of you guys talked about, Gary and Chris, obviously you drafted Carlson. You got Seneca in there. You're really finding good talent and all this stuff. You're building a team for a future. So those are all super positive. So for me, I'd probably land around a B+ is what I would say.
Okay.
Ooh, now
F,
it comes
no,
up.
I'm just kidding.
Here you go. Finish your show.
No, I would give him a B-.
Hey, Cody.
What?
Look at the camera. I got a neuralizer. You're gonna forget the last 2 weeks.
Oh, you need a big one for all of Orange County.
Right?
Yeah.
It needs to reach Phoenix as well, please.
Yeah. All right, Chris, just look straight into the camera, please. I like exactly what Mike was saying. Like, yeah, he did make a lot of good moves. He did get Lacombe done early, but he could have gotten other contracts done. Yeah, we heard, Leo's agent say it was our fault. It was our fault like 30 times during that interview.
That was a little weird too,
But
right?
Yes, too much.
Yeah, way too much. But you're telling me you still couldn't get Minchikov done. You could have got Zellweger done. You could have, because look what Zellweger signed. If you would have signed Zellweger at $3 million, you could have got Minchikov probably at what, $3.5, $4 million.
Yeah. Four tops.
Yeah, four tops, and now you're still under. You're paying two defensemen for less than what you're paying for Minchikov now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yes, he did bring in VL. He got Paling. He re-signed Paling too, which I do like. He's staying here. He got rid of Gudis and we brought in Greer. Technically, this is before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do I like the contract for Greer? No, but I don't hate it either.
Mm-hmm.
So we literally got Greer, a third line winger probably for us.
I
For
feel like we'll
a guy
like him.
that's an aging defenseman who we weren't going to re-sign anyway, so
Yeah.
I will give him some of that. And got rid of John Carlson's contract for on a draft pick and something back. But like I said when we talked about Carlson, I didn't mind him being a Duck. I didn't think it was the right move for especially spending a first round pick. I wish if you're going to do that, have someone that's going to be here for another year or two that fits our contending years a little bit better, not a expiring deal. I don't think the Ducks should have been in the market for a rental player at last year. So I'll give him a C+, B-. I'm glad that he was a GM finalist of the year finalist, but I wasn't like, oh, he should have won. I was like, no, Bill Guerin, yes, I get it. Like he should have won. And I'm pretty sure he got bonus points for being the GM for the USA Olympic team too.
Probably.
So I don't hate it, but I just wish Verbeek did stuff differently, and I hope he learned his lesson.
You hope he did
this offseason.
You hope so.
Yes.
And I still think Verbeek listens to our podcast because, Dad remembers. So
he's gonna take credit. I will take credit for this. I'm going to tell you right now. I went on a full 25 minute rant last offseason when McTavish wasn't signed, and I kid you not, 2 or 3 minutes after we finished our live stream, I saw on Twitter, boom, McTavish signed. I was like, you son of a. So I just did a little I just did another clip and just added it to the.
I gotcha. Yeah. If he doesn't
happens
listen,
to all of us.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. If he doesn't listen, his son does and relays the information for sure.
So I'm taking credit for that.
There you go. So that works.
I do like some of the moves. He got McTavish for 2 first-round picks. And I do like a few of the picks they did draft. I'm not a fan of Nordstrom right now, but who knows? He'll change my mind soon. But Klepov sounds good. Preston sounds amazing already too. So I'm excited to see where we're going from here. I just wish Verbeek changed his ways a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta hope this offseason kind of changed him a bit.
He's great during the season. Needs to fix his off-season work.
Yes.
So I hope all of us Ducks fans agree with that part, because just sign players ahead of look what you did with Lacombe. If you didn't get Lacombe done, can you imagine how much more he would be making too?
I know.
He'd probably be what, 10.5, 11?
Maybe more.
Maybe 12.
Being a number one defenseman in their eyes.
At least.
So now you're looking at 3 or 4 million more a season.
Yep.
So I'm kind of I'm just glad we got him done at the time we did. So I would finish it at a B-.
Okay.
So, but before we get out of here, Mike, you want to tell everyone where they can find you at?
Yeah, it's just basically just DucksNPucks.com. Ducks,
the
letter N, then Pucks.com. Everything's on there, all the links and everything and whatnot. You can find it on there.
All right. Chris?
Thanks for having me on too. And great doing the show with you, Chris and Gary as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike. Good to meet you.
Chris?
You too.
Yeah, you can follow the Late Arrivals podcast everywhere at Late Arrivals Pod. We're on Twitter, Instagram. We got a YouTube if you want to subscribe. You can follow us on Twitch. We go live every week on both of those platforms, Twitch and YouTube. We are on our summer break right now. We just had our final episode last night. If you want to go check that out with the guy who runs Anaheim Calling on Twitter. We had a fun little Jeopardy game that if you want to see us play Jeopardy very poorly, we did so. Lewis destroyed us. He shocked me. He surprised me. He played very well.
I did pretty well in the chat, I will say.
Yeah, I did hear that. I had to hide the chat, so I didn't see the answers. But yeah, I heard that you were doing pretty well in there. It's weird how hard that can be when the questions are worded differently and stuff. And I did terrible. I was very that was pretty embarrassing. But yeah,
I'm about to ask him hey, I want you on now.
Right.
I want this.
But yeah, be sure to follow.
Don't bring the pictogram thing. I hated the pictogram.
Right, that was difficult.
I was like, I was just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Even when I saw the answer for that Leo one, I was like, I still don't see it.
Right. Yeah, but follow the Late Arrivals pod everywhere, and we'll be back in September, but plenty of episodes if you want to catch up with all of our rants and stuff. We've had 3 good guests the last 3 episodes, so if you want to check them out, they were a lot of fun.
Sick invite. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Annie, Zach, and Chad are all great.
Yeah. Zach Kavanaugh was on. Great insight from him.
Yeah, I want to have him on just to talk Star Wars.
Right? Yeah.
That's it.
You would probably like that, honestly.
I could talk Star Wars all day or Marvel. Yeah. I'm down for any of that. I am a nerd at heart, and I love it. I already got my tickets to go see Spider-Man next week, so I'm happy about
dude,
that.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So, but thank you, Chris. Thank you, Mike. Thanks, to Captain Chaos. If for him, go follow Patriots Hockey on all social media. I know they're mainly on Instagram. They do have a Stay Classy tournament coming up at the end of this month on July 31st through August 2nd.
Is that the
It's
San
in
Diego
San
one?
Diego.
Yeah.
The San Diego
cool.
one. Yeah.
Very cool.
Unfortunately, I can't go because I'm on call for work. But hopefully the next time we're able to go. But if you want to go check it out, just go look at their page, and they got everything on there. You're help supporting a good cause with the Patriots Hockey. I know they have a golf tournament thing coming out in Temecula, and we're going to be there again, Dad, just so you know.
Yeah.
They invited us back.
That was a blast.
Yeah.
I had a blast.
So if you guys are golfers, let us know. We can get you hooked up there. Or if you guys want to attend with us, you're more than welcome to. It's fun. Just be prepared. There is no cell phone service where they're golfing at. It's in a place called Duluth in Temecula.
Okay. Are they going to the same place?
Huh?
Are they going to the same place?
It's the same place, same golf course. I know this because my route is in Temecula because I live right in there. You'll be lucky you can get like one thing of like anywhere in service in there.
Jeez.
It's kind of nice and sucks at the same time because I just put on my podcast. Literally, I just get everything downloaded before I go up there and just listen to podcasts the whole time. It's a really good way to just work in peace.
Yeah.
So, but thank you again for everyone, and thank you for the 19 people that responded to the player grades. And hopefully, we get as much for the Kings one. So next week, we'll have the Kings. Well, Daryl Evans, Jesse Cohen, and our friend Kevin, who's been in the chat a few times.
Nice.
So another great panel. Looking forward to it. And everyone go follow the Hockey Podcast Network, THPN.
Yes.
I'm glad we were able to get all the Ducks podcasts on here for that. I thought it just worked perfectly. So
yeah, thank you so much for having me on. This was a lot of fun. It was nice talking to you guys.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone.
Same here.
And we'll
Amen,
see.
guys.
We're not going live next week. We're just a Kings one, and let's go Ducks. Don't say yours, Dad. Shut up.
I'm not going to. It's your podcast. I'll be respectful.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you, guys.
Yep.